Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Sean, and in today's stream or VOD, if you're watching it on video as a video on YouTube, I'm going to be playing through some Master Duels, showing you some replays, and talk about a deck which I think is a really good deck for beginners to start playing through online ranked, or most notably free-to-play players. Since playing out in this game a couple of days ago, I've kind of gotten a good grasp of how it's going to work and how you should probably approach managing your resources and what you should do with your gems and stuff. There are tons of people making content on Master Duel, and it looks like everybody who is a YouTuber right now is trying to put out, go and play this best deck and go and buy these gems and and go invest in this deck. I think that's all nonsense. I think that is the wrong way to approach this game, and I think that you should be treating your gems and your crafting resources like you would treat your real money IRL. I think the value proposition of spending money on gems in this game is incredibly unfair to players. I think if you're going to be buying gems and stuff, you're going to be spending a lot of money to actually build a deck in this game. And for what you could spend on gems in this game compared to what you could spend on actual Yu-Gi-Oh cards IRL, it doesn't match up to me. For example, on PSN, I think for about 66 British pounds, you can get 4,900 gems. But if you were to get 4,900 gems, go to the shop, open 4 packs of 10, there's no guarantee that you would actually get a whole deck of the stuff that you want. It's just too random like that. And I don't think that's the way to do it. I think that the best way you should manage your resources in the game is to be very frugal and plan ahead as to what you should use. And I think in the beginning, what you should not be doing is going to chase one of the top tier decks straight away. If you're someone that really wants to get to be super competitive immediately, go for it. Or if you're someone that really wants to build like Blue Eyes or something, do what you want. As long as you keep playing the game and you are having fun, that's all fine by me. Doesn't matter what I say. But if you really want to be very careful with your resources, I think these are some things that you should do. So, in my previous stream or video that I put up on the channel, I talked about the best cards to go for in this game. One thing that I've been recommending and talking to my friends about and what they should do when they go into this game is to go into deck edit mode and create a list of the cards that they want to use or want to buy, and are going to save their resources to actually go and get and farm. This is my example of it. These are a list of staples, cards that are good in many different decks. They don't just apply to one single deck. Now, I know what these cards are because I have experience with the game, but in my previous video I did do a breakdown of the best ones, and the best ones that I mentioned were I put on my bookmark, and basically you're going to use it as a checklist, and every time you have enough UR craft points or enough gems to spend on packs, I am looking to get these cards as soon as possible, because these are the types of cards that will be usable in most decks. What I don't recommend people do is that, say they go and build something like, I don't know, Tri-Brigade. And Tri-Brigade is a really good deck, don't get me wrong, and Tri-Brigade will last for a while. It's still a top tier deck in the game. But once you get bored of doing Tri-Brigade, you're not going to be able to use things like Shurig. If I just show you Tri-Brigade, so you guys understand what I'm talking about. Will Tri be enough to make it come up? So Tri-Brigade is the Wing Beast archetype here. Tri-Brigade Shurig, ultra rare, really great card. You need about 2 of these if you're going to play Tri-Brigade. Maybe you can get away with 1. But if you've spent your cash on this, you're not going to be able to use this in, say, like an Eldritch deck, or you're not going to be able to use this in a Sky Striker deck. And so I strongly recommend that you get your staples and the cards that have multiple uses and multiple purposes before going to go and get specific deck certain cards. So for example, right now I've got my 3 Ash Blossoms because Ash Blossom is the best card in the game and one of the most often used cards in the game in terms of how frequent she is. So I've got 3 copies of it. I've got my 3 Infinite Impermanence. I've got 1 Gamma Seal. I could get more, but it's not that high on my priority list as Kaijus don't work with every deck. I want Crossout Designator, but I'm not going to get that just yet. I've got my Maxes, I've got my Vanity's Emptiness, I've got tons of pot cards, Pot of Desires, Pot of Duality, Pot of Prosperity, Pot of Extravagance, and so on and so forth. I went through why these cards are good in a previous video, and yeah, they are very, very good. So that's my approach, and that's what I'm recommending to people is make a list of the cards that you want, save your resources or your super rare resources and your ultra rare resources for these cards in particular, and then once you've got enough of your staples, then go into worrying about, okay, what deck am I going to build? Now, once I had started to spend my resources on the staples, I started to ask myself, what could be a good archetype that I could use to go into online ranked and actually use these cards with them without having to worry about getting stuff for the extra deck and so on and so forth. And Yosenjus kind of fit that bill quite easily. Yosenjus are a beast warrior archetype that only really require 12 monsters or 10 monsters or so in order to be useful very, very easily. They're a beast warrior archetype, and what's great about Yosenjus is that Yosenjus are all extenders. Yosenjus are oh, thanks Ace Tracker, I will accept your friend invite soon. Yosenjus are really good extenders, and they give you multiple normal summons every single turn. Now, because they allow you to swarm the field with normal summons, they work really, really well with anti-special summon cards like Pot of Duality and Vanity's Emptiness. Now, this is really great for myself as an investment tool because cards like Pot of Duality are going to be really useful when new decks come out, such as Sword Soul. And Sword Soul is one of the best decks, Sword Soul Teddy to be particular, is one of the best decks in the game right now. And so I've got my staples ready for that. So I thought, let me give Yosenjus a try. I'm going to give you an example of how I build Yosenjus, and then I'm going to show you some replays of what it's actually like in some action online ranked. All I can say right now, or as a bit of a spoiler, is I am currently undefeated, except for 2 duels where connection dropped between some Japanese players. It just said you surrendered when I didn't, but it is what it is. I'm sure they're figuring out server stuff, and yeah, other than that, I'm currently undefeated online with Yosenjus, and I'm onto silver rank right now, so I think they're good. I obviously think they're going to hit a limit where they're going to not be able to compete with certain decks, but that's fine. I am not rushing out to go and build and chase a particular deck right now. I am saving my resources for my staples. So, when I do deck building, if you've never ever seen me build a deck before, how I do my deck building is I do deck building in terms of starters, extenders, and then utility cards to go with it. What I actually like to do, or what I wanted to do is use these pot cards as my starter cards. So Pot of Extravagance, banish 3 cards from your extra deck and draw 2, or banish 6 from your extra deck and draw 2. Pot of Prosperity, you can banish up to you essentially just banish 3 cards from your extra deck in order to pick up 1 card from the top of your deck. So it's good for excavating and searching your deck for resources. Pot of Duality at 3, a lot like Pot of Prosperity, but Pot of Prosperity makes it so that you cannot you only do half damage that turn and you cannot draw for the rest of the turn, whereas Pot of Duality just means you can't special summon. And Yosenju don't care about that too much because they like they don't need to special summon, they can just do normal summons. And then I'm using 3 Pot of Desires. So I've got 12 starter cards here, and then I'm also using Upstart Goblin, which is at 3 in this game, which is insane, just in order to reduce my deck size and so that I can get to the cards I need faster. Now, the Yosenju cards are really interesting in that you don't need to play too many monsters in order to make them work. And this is how the Yosenjus follow. It means Yosenju Kama 1, Kama 2, Kama 3, Sujik and Isna. Sujik I'm not using at the moment, but I might put back in. I'll put it in for this demonstration. But for Camera 1, Camera 2 and Camera 3, they're really easy to use and they're very cheap. I find that in this game, if the card is rare or normal, feel free to go and get it. Normal and rare, you should never feel bad about just going off and buying, because you can get so many resources for rare, and when you dismantle cards you get tons of resources. So you can see I've got over 3k resources for crafting normal and crafting rare cards right now. And Yosenju don't have many ultra rares. They have one ultra rare, which is dieback, but I don't need the pendulum cards in order to play this deck. I can actually ignore most of these cards and just play the monsters with some staples, and they do just fine. They're very cheap. Now Yosenju, so Yosenjus were just focusing on the monsters, and so we've got the three main monsters are Kama 1, Kama 2 and Kama 3. Kama 1 is really nice. Kama 1 gives you a free normal summon, and after your free normal summon, you can, if you have another Yosenju monster on the field, you can target one monster your opponent controls and return it to your opponent's hand. So he's an extender, but he also works as removal. Then we also have 3 copies of Kama 2. Kama 2 is, in terms of an effects, the least exciting of them, but he has the strongest attack out of all the Yosenjus with 1800 attack. He gives you a free normal summon, and if you want to, you can attack directly with this monster. That can become useful sometimes with Kama 3's effect, but most of the time he's just a beat stick, and he works nicely with Sujik effect as well. Kama 3 is an extender in 2 ways. It gives you an extra normal summon, but also during the battle phase, if another Yosenju monster does battle damage to your opponent, you get to add a Yosenju monster or Yosenju card from your deck to your hand. So he is great at 3 as well. You can play just 2 Kama 2 if you want to save on space, but you really want to draw multiple names of Yosenjus as early as possible with this deck. Now 2 new Yosenju monsters are Isna and Sujik. Sujik's old, but Isna's kind of new. I like Isna because Isna has 2 great effects. One, you can discard it to make it so that your opponent cannot respond to your effects when you normal summon or special summon a Yosenju monster, which is nice for allowing your chain normal summons to go off. And then also, if you control another Yosenju monster, you can activate the effect to draw 1 card, which keeps your hand replenished, allows you to draw into your traps, and get you more resources to deal with your opponent's board. And then we've got Sujik, which gives you a monster on the board 1000 attack. You can either do that by discarding it from your hand during the damage step, or you can summon it to the field and give it a monster 1000 attack. Now all the Yosenju monsters have a quirk where they kind of are like spirit monsters, and they all go back to your hand during the end phase of the turn. This is really cool because it means that in a way they aren't sitting on the field vulnerable to your opponent's effects, and the opponent won't be able to use their removal effects on them during their turn because they're going to be in your hand. But you don't have to have them returned to your hand. If you want to, you can actually just use them for link summons or use them for XE summons, so that they can be useful in that way too. So they're very versatile. If you're interested, I'm running double Isna at the moment, and that is the lineup. That's all you need for your Yosenjus. They're a very small package, and with that, it's going to allow you to play a lot of good staple cards. So cards that I would recommend playing with your Yosenjus that are good pretty much in all of my duels so far are things like Triple Ash Blossom, very good card. We have Triple Infinite Impermanence, another really great card right now. I haven't put Maxi in just yet. Maxi I'm saving for higher tiers of online ranked, because I'm going to expect people will be special summoning more. But between bronze, silver and novice, I don't think Maxi is necessary just yet. But Vanity's Emptiness is absolutely brilliant. Definitely want to use that card. And other cards I've been using are just removal effects. So I've been using Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm works really well with your Yosenjus. In fact, I'm going to buy another Lightning Storm right now because I want multiple copies of this. Being able to blow up the field is really good. And because your monsters don't stay on the field, Lightning Storm is often live in a game because you won't have face-up cards on the field. You've either got set cards, or you can just use it when your Yosenjus haven't been summoned yet. So we have a Lightning Storm in this deck. I have my Harpy's Feather Duster already now because I'm using my ultimate rare resources wisely. I'm getting the important cards first, not just a random deck. Then I am using, I've already got Upstart. I put Monster Reborn in. Monster Reborn isn't required, but you get Monster Reborn basically for free in this game, so it isn't bad. Monster Reborn is a really, really good card. And some other really good cheap cards that you can build right now for without worrying about the cost are things like Torrential Tribute. Torrential Tribute is a rare, but it's a really, really good card. Blows up the field when a monster is summoned, and because your monsters stay in your hand, they won't be sitting on the field, you can consistently just blow up your opponent's board. Now, a couple of our cards that work really nicely with Yosenjus, especially Yosenju Kama 1, are Kaijus. So what you can do is you can give Kaijus allow you to tribute your opponent's monster by tributing their card and then special summon the Kaiju to their field. If you have Kama 1, you can summon Kama 1, use its effect, give your opponent the Kaiju, and then bounce it back to your hand in order to then use the Kaiju again and again and again. And that way you have a repeatable use of getting rid of your opponent's monsters without having to worry about destroying them, sending them to the graveyard. None of that. You just Kaiju, bounce it back. It is a little bit difficult to set up, and I have dropped Kaijus for the time being because I was experimenting with other stuff, but it is really, really good. You don't have to have Gamma Seal either, by the way. There are other Kaijus in the game which are cheaper that do the same job. Gamma Seal is just favorable because it's got the lowest attack, but I have also got a Radiant, the multi-dimensioner, which is stronger than Gamma Seal, but it's only a rare, so you can build these rares. You should never feel bad about burning through rares in this game. They're really, really cheap. On the subject of other decks, what I've noticed with almost every archetype is that Konami has tried to make it so that every archetype has rares, ultimate rares, and super rares in them. So while a deck like Yosenju is really, really old, they still gave it ultimate rares. Now, don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into the trap of burning your ultimate rares to get the key cards of a deck when you really should be saving them for your staples. That's one thing I kind of don't like. I like building fun decks. I like building any deck I want to. So, but if I wanted to build Harpies, for example, I would have to burn. Look how many ultimate rares there are. You've got Channeler, Slash Lady, Feather Duster, Feather Storm, which is they are all really, really good cards, and you definitely have to have Channeler if you wanted to do a Harpy deck, and you definitely want Harpy Feather Duster and Harpy Feather Storm. Harpy Feather Storm is even searchable in this deck, so you definitely want those cards, and then you need at least 6 different super rares. So even if you wanted to build something like fun as Harpies, you still would be burning through your very, very valuable ultimate rare resources. And I've gotten to a point now with this game where I'm not coming by ultimate rares very, very quickly. They seem to be far and few in between. I'm not going to save this deck, by the way. There's no need to. I've got one pre-built already, but I'm level 20, almost level 27 on the Duel Pass, and what the rewards they give you for the Duel Pass are very, very small. Like 3 points of ultimate rare at a time. It's not really a massive reward. I definitely recommend getting the gold one though, just to help out with that, but still, eventually it does get to a point where resources really do slow down, and I think a lot of people who have been talking to me say that they've built 1 or 2 decks and then they can't really build anything else. So that's kind of the nature of the game. So keep your resources, hold on to them as much as possible, don't just burn through them. Okay, so back into Yosenjus and the deck itself. Yosenju. So this is my Yosenju deck. Like I said earlier, I'm undefeated with this deck right now. I've made some changes to it along the way, but this is what it's looking like. So I've talked about the Yosenju cards. I'm doing triple Kamatu and double Izna. And another card that I'm using right now is Ancient Warriors Loyal Guan Yu. I wanted Pankratops in this deck. Dino Wrestler Pankratops is a 2600 monster. And because, let me show you Pankratops, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Pank. It's a really, really great card to use, but it's an ultra rare, and I don't want to spend my ultra rare points on this just yet because I won't use it in every single deck. There are much more important cards I need to focus on. But Pankratops works really nicely with your Yosenjus because it says if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then you can do this only once per turn. And then he has a quick effect to tribute himself, and then you can destroy any card in the field at any time. Pankratops is a really good card, but I can't afford it right now. A budget version of Pankratops is Loyal Guan Yu. If your opponent controls a monster, if only your opponent controls a monster, and you can special summon this card from your hand. A little bit more difficult to do than Pankratops, but with Yosenjus it's very easy, because your Yosenjus come back to your hand at the end of every turn, so every time you start a turn, you should have an empty field. Then Guan Yu says if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So he's a 2500 beater, free special summon, and he can pop a monster on the board. Not as good as Pankratops, but this is what I mean about using my resources wisely. I have no qualms about buying a card like this because rares are really cheap. Whereas ultimate rare, if I went and invested in that, I would then later on maybe go and build, I don't know, Salomon Great, and feel like, oh, I can't use this card. That's points I've now wasted because I can't use it in multiple decks. And also be aware that dismantling ultimate rares is almost never worth it. You are going neg by 2 cards almost, because it's you only get 10 points for it. So don't rely on trying to buy ultimate rares and then dismantling them and reusing them again and again and again. That's going to be very cost inefficient. So other cards in this deck I'm using are, like I said, Torrential Tribute, Vanity's Emptiness is great, Infinite Impermanence is great, Cosmic Cyclone. Now that I've got 2 Lightning Storms, I'm not going to use that, but Cosmic Cyclone has been really useful to me. Since Silver Rank, I've been running into Eldritch decks a lot, and they have a lot of graveyard effects, so Cosmic Cyclone works nicely against them. But I'm going to put back in another copy of, whoops, I accidentally put it away. I actually want to put them in. So now I've got 6 forms of mass removal plus Farbee's Feather Duster, and yeah. Now the extra deck doesn't matter so much for your Yosenjus, but if you do have good options, it can be useful. Rank 4s are really good for your Yosenjus. I managed to pull Silent Honor Arc in a pack that I was just rolling on, so I got very lucky to use this. But the other cards I really want, like Baguska, Abyss Dweller, Castell, I haven't got those yet because those cards are like super rare, ultra rare, and I'm not going to buy them. They're low priority right now. But other things I have is Heartland Draco. This card can attack directly for 2000 points. I wanted Gagaga Cowboy, but Gagaga Cowboy is expensive, and this is a normal rare, so this is cheap. I'm happy to do that. Instead of using Abyss Dweller, I'm doing number 80, Rhapsody in Berserk, because he can banish cards in the graveyard, and that can be useful sometimes. But Abyss Dweller would have been better because Abyss Dweller is a quick effect, but we're using what we can. And then I've had 2 copies of this number 70, and this is also a cheap card. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, target 1 card monster your opponent controls, and banish it until your opponent's next standby phase. It's a temporary removal card. It's not a great removal card, but it's nice if you just want to get past something. And your Yosenjus, when they swarm, they do a lot of damage very quickly, so this can be like a game-winning card for you. Plus it has 2400 attack. I rolled on Access Code Talker. I had like 9 copies of these. I've got 3, so I thought I'll put them on my deck. And then I've got some transcode stuff because I bought some transcode packs. But main extra deck cards that I would chase right now wouldn't necessarily be these cards. I would maybe more focus on. I do have a list. Let me go to Staples again, and then these are the cards I'm working towards right now. They are the highest priority. I want Zeus. I really want Zeus. Zeus is like, I should have probably bought Zeus instead of Lightning Storm actually. Zeus would have been much better to use. Zeus, Link Karibo, Electromite, all of these good cards here are cards I'm currently seeking out right now. But they're going to take a while. They're going to take a while to get these cards. But once you have them, you only need 1 copy really of these each, and they can be used in almost every single deck. Well, not every deck, but a lot of decks can use things like Boral Sword. There's 2 Boral Swords here. I should take one out. But yeah, that's Yosenjus. That's the build. That's what we're going for. And now I'm going to show you guys some replays that I saved between me going from novice rank into silver rank. So this card changes in return. Before I do, I'm going to have a look at chat and see what people are saying. Hi Ace Tracker, thank you for the follow and thank you for the friend invite. Is that on place? Oh, it must be on here. Oh, if anybody wants to follow me or duel me, feel free to add me. I've got 6 followers, yay. Can I look at my followers? Data? No, not data. Boo, how do I... I'm not actually... Maybe if when you set up a duel... Maybe if I do a duel... I've not actually played anybody personally. I've only played online ranked at the moment. So if I create a room... Can I invite someone? Oh, invite friends, okay. Okay. I'm not sure. Someone is saying go to friends, top right to see your friends. Where is that? Ah, friend list. Okay, cool. So does that show who's following me? Either way, thank you for all following me. Appreciate that. And if you ever want to join, you see me online, feel free to. Ah, there we go, there we go, there we go. Yes, hi Ranker Orca, how you doing, man? Cool, 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 cool. Thank you very much. Shall I block everyone? Just block all of you? Nah, I want to do that. That's stupid. Right, so I'm going to show you guys some replays. That's the one menu for that. Let's go to over here. Spoilers, the replays tell you whether I win or lost. But I did say this, I am currently undefeated with Yosenju. But these are just games which I found to be really, really entertaining, and I had fun doing. So this was like one of my first duels, if not my first ever duel with Yosenju. Once I had a decent deck online, and I'm gonna go do some commentary as we go over these. And as we do, I'll read comments as well. So opening hand of what 2 Kama 1s. That's kind of what you don't want, but because I have so many pots in this deck, digging through this deck is no problem. Pot of Duality reveals the top 3 cards in my deck. I choose Kama 2 and now I am live. Now my opponent knows I'm playing Yosenju, so I set one. There isn't no point of summoning them, so I'm going to keep them in my hand. My opponent then sets 2 for the taps, and then he passes. I'm just going to have to get used to the pace of these. This goes really, really fast. And then I'm going to use Cosmic Cyclone, and he had Threatening Roar but chose not to activate it. Fine by me. And then this is what your Yosenjus do. You just can summon multiples of them in a row. They can do a lot of damage very quickly. So that's 18, 15, 16, 3100, 3900, 4900 damage very, very quickly. If he had a monster, I could bounce it, and I managed to search and is now at my deck as well. So you constantly replenish your hand. And yeah, it's very easy to do. He destroyed my compulsory evacuation device, then summoned Luster Dragon, hit me for 1900. For your Yosenjus, you've got to get used to having an empty field. It's just part of the way the deck works. But once you get used to it, it's actually fine. It actually works really, really well. So this time I'm going to summon one of each. You can summon multiple copies of the same monster if you do it with another card. So you could do, say, Kama 1, then Kama 2, then Kama 1 again. And Kama 1 will then again get another normal summon. So you can do that. But be careful about overextending with your Yosenjus. If your opponent has a Torrential Tribute or Mirror Force, then it can really, really hurt yourself. And yeah, that was the first game. Very, very easy to do. And a very, very straightforward win. So that was my novice round, and then I had another game in novice. One thing I've noticed with the games is the connection can definitely vary. I believe Link Evolution and Legacy of the Duelist was peer-to-peer connection, so you will connect into each other's consoles, where in this, you'll connect into a server, and the server can be really choppy sometimes. I feel like the server is probably based in Japan, and sometimes things are really, really slow. In this game, I'm going to start off with Pot of Desires, banish 10, draw 2. Then I'm going to set Torrential Tribute, and I'm going to keep my 2 Infinite Impermanences in my hand because they are hand traps. And I've got Pot of Prosperity. My opponent opens with MST to pop my face down card, and he normal summons Junk Warrior, and then tributes it for Turret Warrior, and then it goes into 2500 attack. I think it's Junk Synchron actually. Then I draw into Pot of Extravagance. I really do need a Yosenju of a different name right now, so I'm digging through my deck. And I got 3 Kama 1s. That's really, really unlucky, but that's fine. We use Pot of Duality and we reveal the top 3, and I'm going to go and grab Isna. Isna's good, but Isna doesn't give you an extra normal summon, only the Kamas do. So once you summon Isna, it's kind of like the end of your summon chain, but that's fine. So we bounce his turret warrior back to his hand. He will have to tribute a monster in order to get out again. We set 2 infinite impermanences, and then our monsters come back to our hand. Then my opponent summons out, I forgot what that card is called. I am familiar with it. Synchron Explorer. And Synchron Explorer can summon a card from the graveyard. We're going to play Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence will negate his monster effect, and then also any spell and trap cards in that column. My opponent then sets one and passes to me. And then we're going to now play Pot of Prosperity. I was using Pot of Prosperity wrong to begin with. I don't think it's worth banishing 6 just to pick up 1 card. Only banish 3, and that way if you draw into more extravagances, it will more likely be live. But I managed to find another copy of Kama 1 that is foiled. I do like the foiled effects, but I don't think it's worth chasing foiled effects in this game. I think that's a bit of a waste. But I'm sure someone will want a fully foiled out deck in a digital game. I'm sure that will mean something to them. And yeah, we just swarm the field. This is what Yosenju do. They swarm the field. You swing, you search, keep your hand up, and then bounce his card back. He used a card called Half Shut to stop it from being destroyed by card effects or by battle. And then onto my turn, and this is what it's like. You just have a board full of monsters, and then you can just use your really powerful card. He summons out his Synchron Explorer again. I'm going to negate it. It will resolve. He won't be able to get a summon. He's got a monster with 0 attack on. He attacks for no reason. I think the writing's on the wall here. I think he sees that it's not going to really help him too much here. Draw into Isna, and then we're just going to do this again. Summon out Kama 1, Kama 2, Kama 1, Kama 3, and then swing, swing, search. Might as well search just in case, and yeah, there we go. The other thing that I really like about Yosenjus right now in this game is loads of people are going to play Maxi, loads of people want to play Nibiru in their main decks, everyone probably is going to be playing Vanity's Emptiness, and Yosenju doesn't care about none of that, because we don't special summon, we normal summon. It's still not the most powerful deck, I will say that, but it's cheap and very, very easy to use. So this is a game against Kenji. I think this was like my first real game where it actually took a good number of turns. So let's see what Kenji is up to here. As you can see, I changed my field a bit. I've got 2 little girls there. I don't know what those cards are from. I think they're Sylvans maybe. And I put sleeves on my cards now. That's all freebie stuff from them in solo mode. And I changed my icon to Erebus. Erebus looks pretty cool. Like he's not amused. So my opponent used Pot of Extravagance, and I used Pot of Extravagance, and then he responded with Ash Blossom. And then I'm going to use Pot of Duality, check the top 3 cards on my deck, and then we get 3 cards. We're going to go for Infinite Impermanence. Because it's turn 1, you really want a card that's going to help you build up your board. I banished 6 to excavate 6. Again, I don't think it's worth doing that. I think the better way to play this card is to only excavate 3. But maybe other people could tell me what they think about Pot of Prosperity. And then, is this turn 2? Why am I summoning? Oh, it must be turn 2. I apologize. My bad. So, we do a search. Take off a chunk. We're only doing half damage because of Pot of Prosperity. And then we set 2, Compulsory Evacuation Device, and Infinite Impermanence. And our monsters return to our hand. And yeah, Yosenju's doing Yosenju things. So let's see what Ken is playing. Ken activates a Dragon Maid card. I'm not 100% familiar with Dragon Maid. I know 1 or 2 of them that were used in Dragon Link, and I got really good with Dragon Link, but I don't know their deck as a pure thing. When they have some really, really good effects. For example, this card here, Dragon Maid Downtime, is going to allow him to return the monster on his field to the hand, and then he'll get to do a search from the deck. So he goes and gets, I think that's, I can't remember which card that is. It's one of their key Dragon Maid monsters. So we're going to swing against the open field. We've still got Compulse and Infinite Impermanence down. And yeah, we're just going to keep on doing damage. My opponent is down to 700 life. and then we're going to go to the end phase. And this is one thing you've got to be careful with your Yosenjus, is if in the end phase you obviously have more than 6 cards in your hand, you will have to discard a card. So that's why I have so many traps in this deck, as opposed to say hand traps, because I want cards that I can set and not discard. My opponent summons out Dragon Mage Shu, or House, anagram of House, and then summons out Dragon Maid, I can't read it right now. And Dragon Maid House, or Dragon Maid Shu Wheel, has a negation effect, so we're going to bait that effect out. So I'm using Compulsory Evacuation Device on Shield, and then Shield's going to negate it, but then we're going to respond with Infinite Impermanence to negate his effect. We're losing 2 cards to get rid of 1, but I'm fine with that because he used up 3 cards in order to do his fusion summon. And I don't want him to have that card in the field. It has protection as well from destruction, I think, as well. He then tags out his card in order to summon that one from the graveyard. Does 2600 damage, and then he scoops it up because he knows your Senjus are just going to be too strong for Dragon Maids. I agree with Diets Master. Let me read some chats here. UT says, don't know if you mentioned Drytrons yesterday, but they're insane. Drytrons are good. Drytrons are really, really good. They were really strong upon release last year. No, it's almost 2 years ago now since they've been out. They were really strong as a ritual deck, but then ban list changes kind of made it a bit weaker, but they're probably really good in this game. The ban list in this game seems very, very lenient, so I'm not surprised Drytrons are really, really good. Let's see. Ace Tracker says, I found that Blue Eye's alternative Ultimate Dragon is in the game. It's probably going to be a reward. Probably either Konami is holding back certain cards because they want them to be part of events and rewards. And I can see nostalgia cards being used a lot. Ace Tracker says, the deck I made first is Klee. And second one he's working on is Volcanic. How is Klee and Volcanic? Klee does have a story mode for it. Did you do the solo mode and then build your deck, or did you build it from scratch? And if you did use the solo mode deck, how much of the cards that that you wanted were actually in there? Did you then have to go and spend a whole load on packs later on? I want to utilize the solo mode a lot more as well. UT says his Ignistas are doing well, 7-1 right now. Yeah, well done, man. Ignistas are really, really good. I like Ignistas. I think they're super underrated. Sean says, love the content. Thank you, mate. And other Sean says, hi. Hi, Sean. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you, Sean. UT says, just beating Vulture Dolls with my Ignistas. Really happy. Nice. Good work, man. DM says, he knows that feeling, been building Burning Abyss, man. But the deck is so UR heavy, it's insane. And that's what I mean as well. Like, if I was playing IRL and I wanted a really cheap deck, Burning Abyss would be fantastic. Because Burning Abyss isn't popular. So, and they're really old cards, but they've got, Konami's made it so that in a way where even old archetypes have lots of UR cards, and if you don't have them, you can't really play the deck. So it almost makes it so that you have to be even more selective with what you spend your cards on. In my opinion, if you're going to burn UR cards, you might as well buy stuff that is definitely going to be really good rather than buying fun cards, because they're not going to be as good as, say, a really top tier deck. Jeffrey says he regrets spending so many UR building heroes, like every relevant card is UR. That's the thing as well. Yeah, a lot of nostalgia decks are going to have a lot of ultimate rare cards. You might want to, in my opinion, if I had done that, I would probably want to restart my account. I don't know if you can do that on console, but I would probably want to re-roll and start again so I have all those freebies and I can use them more wisely. There's stuff in here that I've bought in here as well that I probably wouldn't have bought with the knowledge I have now, but don't feel too bad about it. Loads of people are going to be doing that mistake, and they're going to be trying to build certain decks, and it is what it is. Hopefully Konami understands that at least for the next 3 months people are going to be new to the game, they're going to have a lot of eyes on this game, and they will help people get the decks they want. Let's see what else. DM says, to me, prosperity always depends on your hand. So he banishes how many cards he wants. And we've got Ace Tracker who's replied, yes, he used solo mode for Klee. It wasn't much. I have done all the solo modes, and I unlocked gates on the first page. The packs for Klee weren't too bad. That's good to know, man. One thing that's insane in this game is skill drain is at 3, or at least 2. I was playing against Ellich earlier and he used 2 skill drains on me and it was rough, man. It was really, really hard. If I didn't have Harpy Feather Duster, I probably would have won that game. So that made me think things like Klee and what was the first ever worm archetype? I'm going blank. Yang Zings, who love skill drain, could do really, really well because there's 3 of them. Like, I can't, some of the decisions in this game are very questionable as to why there are multiple cards. Really, really crazy. And Blobbin, hey Blobbin, how you doing, man? He says he loves my guys. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad you like them. Currently getting his head around Prank Kids. Prank Kids are a very difficult deck to learn. They are a bit of a mindfuck, but they are very, very good. So I wish you all the best, man. Good luck. If you need any questions or advice, feel free to ask. Right, let's go to another replay here. And still in early bronze 5. And we're going against Kazumi this time. I think people definitely earn their ranks here. I think people, their decks definitely do get better the higher up you get. I think once I got to silver is when I start to do like proper competitive decks. But bronze and stuff can still be very, very, it varies very widely. So opening board, we go first. Yosenju, what I like about it as well, we don't care whether we go first or second. They're good going first, good going second. They got big blowout cards going second. They got really good traps going first. And Torrential Tribute is one of them. Now, I decided, because I haven't got 2 Kamas of a different name or 2 Yosenjus of a different name, I decided not to summon anything. I don't want to reveal to my opponent what I'm playing, but I'm going to do that now with Prosperity probably. So I banished 6. We're looking at the top of our deck. And so my opponent now knows what I'm playing, and we're going to go and get a Kama card. So we've got Isna. The only thing that I kept forgetting at this point is that Pot of Prosperity makes it so that you can't draw more cards. So I summoned Isna to use its effect to draw another card, but they clash with each other. Got hit with Mirror Force there, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Mirror Force really does hurt Yosenju sometimes, but it's okay. We can just stall until we get another card. We have Kama 1 in our hand, so that's pretty good. My opponent now reveals they're playing Blue Eyes. So this was the first ever Blue Eyes deck I played in this game, and he's doing Melody, so he knows a little bit what he's done, and he's normal summoned out his White Dragon Spirit of White. And I thought it was really clever that he had Sangan in this deck, because Sangan can do searches after being Tribute summoned, and he went to banish my Torrential Tribute, so I have to use it now. So we're going to blow up the field. He will then banish it, and then Sangan will get a search, and he is going to search out Kaiba Man. DM is saying there's so much degenerate BS in this game. Maxi, free skill drain, VFD, vanities, deep draw Exodia FTKs. Yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff as well. That's why I would hold on to your cards for now. I wouldn't rush out and chase the best decks right now because I could see some nerfs happening. Alternative Dragon, it has done 3k to us, and we really do need another Yosenju, so we're going to dig through our deck. We've drawn 2 with Pot of Desires, using Pot of Duality, and unluckily we still have no other Yosenjus. But so now I'm going to use Lightning Storm. I wouldn't normally use Lightning Storm on just one monster, but that Blue Eyes plus another Blue Eyes could kill me, and so I really want to be careful here that I don't get killed just like that. We set Infinite Impermanence. Kaiba Man comes out. I could have negated this Kaiba Man now that I think about it, but I left him with a weak monster on the board, or he could have used it and it would have been negated. But it's fine. It's fine. We didn't need to necessarily negate that card. And he summons up Blue Eyes as another 3k, so the next attack I take will probably kill me. But we have so many pots in this deck. It makes it really easy to play. It reminds me of how like True Draco wanted it to be used, where he used a lot of draw power, and if True Draco had multiple diagrams and Dynamist wasn't an ultimate rare, I probably would have been playing that deck too. Ultra Paradox says, I'm just trying to build a hero deck for fun, but he still needs to craft like 10 more UR cards. Yep, good luck with that, mate. I think the best thing you can do to get resources for URs is to keep on buying, not the master pack, but the first pack, the one with Eldritch Golden Lord on it. And it seems to have the highest rate of URs right now, and then you can burn them to get resources, and maybe you can do it like that. J Kicker says, cool deck, man, this is Floowandereeze before birds got good. Yes, Exactly. This is what this is exactly Fluanderies. Absolutely. I'm probably going to be buying that deck on day one if I have the gems for it. So Blue Eyes is doing stuff. Successor Soul and a different card here, and then Fantasy with Eyes of Blue is going to happen. I can't remember what the effect of this does. But I think we are dealing with it quite easily. He was going to get rid of my monster, so I bounced it back with Compulse so that I could dodge it and keep it. And then now we're going to chain summon. And the beautiful thing about it is that another Kama can summon out the same Kama again. So compulsory evacuation device works really well with this deck. So you can, I just use Kama 1, bounced it back to my hand to dodge his effect, then let the effect resolve, then summon Kama 2, then Kama 3, then summon back Kama 1, and we got the game. Ace Tracker says, Exodia deck is silly. You got all the draw and defense. Maxi, in my view, needs Battle Fader or only negate Battle Phase card, as I see too many OTKs through Maxi in online watching. Possibly, but it could also be that Maxi wasn't using a TCG a lot. Maxi doesn't enable a lot of OTKs in the OCG because people know how to play around Maxi. For example, I think there's going to be a duel here where someone's going to be using Crossout Designator and Call by the Grave and stuff like that. And I think people probably just are not prepared for those for Maxi right now, but that will change over time once more information gets out there. Okay, on to Bronze 4, doing Shoot the Plume. And I can't remember what this guy was playing, but we'll see. The English connections in this game have been pretty good. It's just the ones to Asia which have been really rough. Okay, so I said Vanity's Emptiness and Compulse. I love opening with Vanity's Emptiness. I wish I had 3 of them. He uses Unexpected Die, so we're going to return with Vanity's Emptiness. I built a deck with Unexpected Die very early on, using lots of normal monsters. So we'll see what he is playing, whether he has a particular build or he's just making use of what he's got. He managed to get to Bronze 4 with it though, so it might be good. And we attack directly with Kama 2, and then the effect of Kama 3 triggers, so we can search Kama 1. And then we attack his face down, and it is a monster with 2100 defense. And so we're not going to be able to get over it. And this is the one difficult thing about Yosenju, is sometimes there are monsters which they just struggle to get past them around. You can get past them with your other cards, but sometimes a monster with big defense or big attack can just be difficult to deal with. Harpy Feather Duster will get rid of the back row, so we're safe to summon, and then we lose our Vanity's Emptiness. But that is fine, we've got enough resources to replace it with. And then we're going to summon out 3 Yosenjus, bounce that back his card to his hand, and then we're going to attack directly. Swing, 31, 4900 damage in total here. Do a search for Isna so we can get some more draw power, and my opponent's down to 2200. Set Torrential Tribute, we've got Torrential and Compulse, and then we're going to return these cards to our hand. And let's see, my opponent sets 1 and sets 3. Makes me really wish I held onto that Harpy Feather Duster now. But then we draw Lightning Storm. And this is why I like Yosenju's. Lightning Storm works really well with their deck. It just becomes a Harpy Feather Duster whenever you want. It was a great top deck, and then our opponent surrendered, so that was that game there. Moving on, we're going to go to Bronze. Oh, that was Bronze 4. So I had a Bronze 5 duel here. Oh, maybe that's when I had that surrender, and maybe my rank went down. I don't know. Anyway, Bronze 5, and let's see what we're against now. Another thing I think is bad in this game is the fact that cosmetics are to be bought with gems. Until I have 3 copies of every single card in this game, I will never ever spend my gems on a cosmetic. I think Konami should have thought about that when they were designing this. Anyway, play Pot of Prosperity. We're gonna banish 6 to draw to look at the top 6 cards to get another card from my deck. I'm gonna go get Desires, although we can't use it right now. And then we set our compulsory evac and our infinite impermanence, and we attack our opponent's face down, and they have a White Spirit Stone and of Legend, and so my opponent is playing Blue Eyes, so we've got another Blue Eyes player here. Camera 1's going to go back to our hand as long with Isna. They're nice and safe in there, and then he's going to be able to summon out the Deep Eyes Blue Dragon. Is it Deep Eyes Blue Dragon or Deep Eyes White Dragon? Either or, it's the Blue Eyes monster that can negate monster effects. Now, because my monsters are in my hand, I haven't got to worry about that too much. It does have like a Gladiator Beast tag effect, where it can shuffle itself back into the deck, but I'm not really worried about that too much. We now play Pot of Extravagance, banish 6 to draw 2. And my opponent doesn't have Ash. Oh, it's Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, my bad. Deep Eyes is a different card. And then he uses the effect to go and bring out his Blue Eyes. Don't know why he did that there, but I don't really think it was necessary or really made a difference. Definitely not to Yosenju's. As long as the monster can be targeted, it can be bounced. So we bounce back his Blue Eyes back to his hand. We attack his face down, one of those White Spirit monsters. And then we swing against our opponent's life point with Hammer 1. And we're going to do a bit of damage. I set another infinite impermanence here because of the number of monsters I have on the field, because I actually end up having to discard Extravagance. That was bad, so I would have to say it. Spider Demon J says, Sean, please could you make a powerful Sky Striker deck? I want to make a Sky Striker deck, I do, but Sky Striker has some ultimate rares like Engage, which are low priority for me right now. I definitely want Engage, and in fact I think Sky Striker engine with Yosenju would be really, really good. I think it would be Sky Striker Engage would fit nicely in here, but I'll have to get some more ultimate rares before I can even think about making that deck. I do want to make Striker though. It is on my list. I just don't know when, because I don't want to buy gems just yet. So I'm trying not to spend my money on this game just yet. Or at least I don't feel like I need to spend money just yet. I'm doing just fine with my little rat boys here. Speaking of which, we got the game. Very easy. Blue Eyes could not stand up to Yosenju's, and a plethora of really good cards. I mean, I could make... Do you know what I was thinking? Is, would you guys mind if I made decks without actually owning the cards? Now, I could make a Sky Striker deck right now. I could. I don't have the cards myself, so I can't play it, but I can make the deck for you, and then you can see it. Maybe I'll do that after looking at the other replays here. I'm on the wrong menu, my bad. I've also got to remember to spectate a duel, because you get a free reward every day. So remember to do duel live, because you get I think it's like 20 gems or something. It's free. You can do that on stream. Right, who did we just duel? We just dueled, I think this guy here. So we're going to move on to Marcus Cersei. Marcus Cersei was good. I remember him being actually good. Hello, mind-blowing questions. Nice to meet you, dude. Let's have a look and see what we get. Okay. So this time I've got a hand with no monsters in it, but we do have Pot of Desires, so I'm going to probably use that straight away. He does have Ash as an avatar, but fortunately he doesn't have Ash in his hand, so I was very lucky there. And then we draw 2, but we still have no monsters, so I set Torrential Tribute. He then goes to summon that Turret Warrior. Okay, I remember Marcus Cersei being good, but Turret Warrior is not that good, so maybe it was someone else I'm remembering. I'm going to play Pot of Desires again. I banished 20 cards from my deck. I was actually a little bit worried about this, but I was getting no monsters. Double Pot of Desires is a bit dangerous. I managed to get Camera 3, but Camera 3 on its own isn't that good. So I'm going to have to destroy his monster with Lightning Storm. I do wish I saved Lightning Storm, but I had to get rid of a card in my hand. Yeah, I guess Lightning Storm was okay. So he now summons out Junk Synchron, but we're going to use Torrential Tribute to burn his board, and then he summons out Quick Draw Synchron, and now that he's got all his cards on the field, I know that they can't really do a whole lot with his monsters, so I'm just going to take these hits. I'm not really worried about that too much while I try and build my hand. I'm going to play Pot of Extravagance again, banish any 6 cards from our extra deck to draw 2, and then we use Duality. We can get Prosperity or Compulsory Evacuation Device. I go for CED, and then I summon out Camera 2. but not Camo 1 because I'm worried that his background might be a Mirror Force. So yeah, Camo 2 attacks directly, and then yeah, we set a couple of cards. My opponent activates back to the front to get back to our warrior. That comes to the field with 2 guys in defense, but we're just going to pop it with our Torrential Tribute because we have multiple Torrential Tributes. He then summons that Junk Synchron again, but we're going to negate it with Infinite Impermanence. Just keep on shutting him down, not allow him to get a play off. A-Tracker says, yeah, I made some of my Link Evo decks without the cards. You can purchase all the normals and rares for easy, absolutely. And you can use SR and UR archetype cards to unlock secret packs. That is correct. Playing Prosperity again. Managed to get a Cosmic Cyclone, so I'm not worried about back row anymore. So now we can just be aggressive. And so we're going to summon our Camas and keep on swinging over my opponent. And I think I was looking for my Vanish Power, and I think I realized at this point that I have no more Yosenjus in my deck. So yeah, it is what it is. Philip says, God, I hate modern Yu-Gi-Oh! That's a shame, Philip, man. You know, nothing stays the same forever. What's your experience with Yu-Gi-Oh, Philip? I would love to know. Junk Synchron summons out a Speed Warrior, but then we're going to use Torrential Tribute, and we're just going to keep on shutting him down. Not allow him to get a turn. And remember, Yosenju's they're only rares. This is easy to do. Of course, all my other cards are free cards, but they're staples, so go for the staples. Camo 2 and swinging. Camo 3 swings, and then my opponent's down to 1100, so hopefully in the next turn I should be able to end this game. And yep, opponent's wide open, so we're gonna swing, and yeah, easy peasy. And that was my last game as a bronze player. I didn't do all of these back to back. I was just playing them throughout my Saturday, doing other things. You can see exactly the times I was playing them. So it took me about 2 hours, and then I got to silver, and silver is when things start to get good. So I've got 2 replays here for you. Let's watch a silver game. Before we do, Philip says, I played around XE's era all the way through Pendulums. Well, you're not too far off, man. Don't know why you would hate current Yu-Gi-Oh! You can play XEs and Pendulums just as well. Well, not Pendulums, but you can play XEs just as well as you used to. You just need to take the time to get used to it again, understand how links work, and you'll be caught up in no time. Just go at your own pace and you'll be fine. Hate is a strong word, yeah, no. Everybody feels that way. Everybody comes back and says, I don't understand what's going on, I'm not having fun, what the hell is going on, the game is too fast. It's always that way. I've quit this game and started this game so many times. I hated Pendulums, I thought XEs were dumb, but then I got used to it, and then I beat them, and then yeah, you only get stronger. Let's go on to a game here. Before I do, guys, I'm going to just get a drink of water. I'm feeling a little bit parched. I'll be right back. Well, I'll tell you what, while I go and get that drink of water, why don't you guys enjoy Duel Live, and hopefully they've got real replays up here, not just bots, and that way you guys can spectate this, and I will get some gems. I will be right back. No, that wasn't Black Mean. Raid Raptor Phantom Knight. That was interesting. Phantom Knights have come back in a big way. They are really, really good now. In fact, they're going to be a really good deck soon when some new cards come out. Phantom Knights are very, very strong. See, I've never seen them mixed with Raid Raptors though, but I can believe it because they're both dark archetypes, and dark is the strongest attribute in the game. So I'm gonna get some rewards, get some more gems, and this is what I mean. Now that I'm used to it. 35 gems, that's nothing. It's so little. I do think that I don't think. Oh, I got a deck, Link Generation. I wonder what I got in it. I do think that Konami really, how do I say this? I don't think I like the approach that, say, every archetype has like ultra rares in it. I think if you're going to play decks that aren't that competitive, you should just play them. You should just get good builds and play them. Someone in chat was saying, perhaps saying, I wish they had more duelist challenges like in Link Evo so I could actually practice with my decks. I like the solo mode. Excuse me. Just drank some water. I really like the solo mode. I like the structure of it. I like that it's trying to teach people how to play these decks. I think that's something that was sorely lacking, and a lot of people felt like they were lost by that. But I do also agree that there was value in the way Link Evolution did it as well. I think that the pre-built decks in Link Evolution are way better than the pre-built decks in this game. I don't feel like these decks are as competitive as the ones in Link Evolution, although some of them really weren't competitive. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I agree with both really. Like Ace Tracker said, yeah, Konami wanted this to be for competitive players. Kook says, sorry for being a boomer. You're not a boomer, mate. But Link Evo is just 1 year old, right? No. Link Evolution is over 2 years old for the current version. 3 years old. It originally came out on Nintendo Switch. It was exclusive to Nintendo Switch for reasons. And then a year later, it came onto other consoles. And then last year, they had an update. No, it came out April 2020. It was when it came out, just at the start of the lockdown and the pandemic. So yeah, 2 years old. And then it was switched a year before that. So I came out maybe 2018 on the Switch. DM says there are even some cards that support both PK and RR directly. Yes, there are. I know. I'm well aware of that. Xyz monster. They should just update Link Evo one last time with current cards so I could actually practice before hopping into Master Duel. I don't think that's going to happen. Unfortunately, Konami is not just a gaming company. They own like fitness centers and stuff. And since all the controversy with Metal Gear happened, they've really stopped funding a lot of their games, and a lot of their games are getting very little money to be produced. And the people that made this game, it's probably a very small team, really loved Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think they did an amazing job to get what they got. But even through this, you can see the hoops that they had to jump through in order to make this, get this project greenlit. So making it free to play, making it available on Android, making it with gems and real money currency trading, all of that stuff is probably what they had to agree to in order to make a good simulator, because the investors on the board say, hey, look at those other games, why can't we have that money? And that's unfortunate. Now in terms of Link Evolution, Konami seems to be going away from the model of one-time purchase games. They want live service games, and Link Evolution just isn't that. It could be, but Link Evolution is actually made by Other Ocean. They manage it. It's not managed in-house by Konami, and Konami would want to manage all the prices and stuff like that and get all that money. But I do agree, Perp. I love Link Evolution. I think Link Evolution is the best Yu-Gi-Oh sim out there. It's just didn't get the love and support by its developer that it needed to. Not developer, by its publisher. Ace Tracker says the solo mode is actually a lot more than I expected in the game, to be fair. Yes, I agree. I didn't realize it was going to be so many decks. There's a lot to go through here. And I'm sure there's more that I haven't even seen. What I find though is why some of the stories are really cool, some of them are not so much. Like Absolute Monarchs, I thought that was a really cool story. Warrior of the Six Elementals was okay, but like I think Megalith wasn't really that interesting. It was just like, hey, these things come out of rocks. Some of the NPC decks are terrible. Yeah, these ritual decks are really bad. I hated playing. I haven't cleared these. One, because either I haven't got the currency to open the final gates, or two, I couldn't be bothered to use the loner decks because they're so bad. I was like literally relying on luck in order to beat my Absolute Monarch campaign. Ace Tracker says, a helpful tip is change your settings to hold 1. That allows you to activate cards by holding R1. I think that is important for competitive play. I'm different. I use hold 2. I would rather it triggers every time and I hold R1 when I know what to skip. But yeah, whatever works for people. Ryan Nelson says, solo mode World Legacy is wild. They basically give you the entire World Chalice deck in chapter 1 and in at least twice as long as the rest of them. That's what I want to see. I want to see the cards that have the lore. Those ones are the ones I'm really interested in. Excuse me for a second. Sorry, I drank some water. It went down the wrong way. Replay. So I was on to Silver Tier now. I don't think I played this duel. Did I play this duel? No, I didn't. So Silver Tier game. Let's show you what duels of my current rank are like. I'm hoping to get to Platinum, but at the same time, I'm not buying like top tier decks right now. So if I get to Platinum, awesome. But I'm waiting for things like Fluandaries and Sword Soul to be in the game. I think they're going to be better to invest into. Ah, this person was playing Virtual World. Yes, I remember this now. So, Virtual World spell, I chain with Ash, and then he uses Cross Out Designator to negate with his own Ash. And this is what I'm talking about with Max Z. A lot of people are probably getting blown up by cards like Max Z because they're not playing things like Cross Out Designator or Call by the Grave. So, you're going to see some broken stuff, but I think it will calm down over time. Virtual World is a deck that's all about summoning out level 6 monsters quite easily to, or level 3 to do synchro summons. He doesn't fully have the resources to do so. They also have this mechanic where you use like a trap to send a monster that gets you the spell kind of thing. But we're going to do what we can to go against this deck. We're going to start with Harpy Feathers Duster to get rid of the back row. And then I'm going to summon out Isna. That was a mistake, yes. I accidentally used Isna's effect there when I wanted to summon him to attack the monster, which was dumb. But, yeah, be careful about that with Isna. I think I was just mashing. So my opponent summons out Lao Lao, and then he goes into Utopia Beyond. I don't think Utopia Beyond is a normal card you would use in this deck. Maybe it is. I don't actually play Virtual World myself, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone do Utopia Bond, so I think my opponent hasn't got a full deck here. They're just using what they have right now. So I'm going to respond with Ash, and this time it's going to go through and negate his Kowloon. And now we're into a top decking scenario, so let's see what deck I draw. I draw into Isna. On its own, not going to do that much, but I can poke my opponent for 800. Open board and all of that. Over to our opponent. Our opponent is going to draw. Let's see what they get out. The opponent manages to get a copy of that card there, whose name I totally remember, but not right now. And then does 1,000 attack. And then we top into Pot of Prosperity, which is pretty good. I banish 3 to pick up 3. And this time I'm going to want 2 Yosenjus. Extravagance would have been nice, but I want 2 Yosenjus almost immediately. So we summon that 2. They're only going to do half damage thanks to Prosperity, but we are going to get a search with Camel 1, and this is why Yosenjus are good. At first, when I was trying to think what deck would go or archetype would go really well with a deck full of staples, and originally I was going to go with gadgets. Gadgets are very cheap, so they're very easy to do, but gadgets don't have a lot of utility without the extra deck. Things like Gear Geigen X as an XE monster are expensive. They're like ultra rare or super rare cards, so I didn't bother doing gadgets, but Yosenju, they replenish your hand, that you can search removal, you can search draw power, and look how I've gone from a top decking scenario and now I've got 6 cards in a matter of 2 turns. This is just what they do. They farm resources really quickly. Let me see now. Looking at chat, opponent sets a card, and then I'm going to summon that Camera 2, Camera 1, Camera 3, then Camera 1, then another Camera 2, and then we're going to do another Camera 3. I'm going to attack our opponent, and he had Ash, 1800 defense. I kind of got the feeling that it was going to be a high defense monster, and I was checking his graveyard to see what was the defense of his cards. And I could have gotten rid of it with one of my, what could I have used to have gotten rid of that card? Oh, this was when I was wishing I had Sujik in my deck, so I could have searched him out, which is a bit unfortunate. So my opponent gets Juju out, 2400 attack, but I'm not really worried about that because it's not game winning damage, and I've got all these Yosenjus. Let's have a look at chat, we'll see what they're saying. Ace Tracker allows you to activate at the end phase of... Okay. That's a really good point, Ace Tracker. Okay, cool. Certainly a witch. Link Evolution says is what has inspired me to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! With Master Duel, and your Link Evolution kid definitely helped me play around with neat decks and that, so thank you. You're absolutely welcome, Certainly Witch. Thank you for watching my content and enjoying it as well. Philip says, my problem comes from most decks just revolving around not letting your opponent play. Side note, I was expecting dual terminal stories, like 2 dual terminal like stories from Solo. I could see that. Not everything, there aren't that many dual terminal stories though, but yeah, like Ryan said, the World Chalice one's in there, so I can see that happen. Ryan Nelson says, Beyond is probably a metacal, just trying to punch really hard and fast in best of 1. Absolutely could be. Why isn't ranked best of 3? I wonder. Because the game's going to be on mobile, and games need to be really short. They probably had to do a lot of concept ideas to convince the opponent, not opponent, well, kind of the opponent, to convince the higher ups at Konami to even make this game, because the whole reason why Duel Links exist is that it is a digestible way of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Without it taking 45 minutes games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a 40 minute round game, and no one's going to want to do that on a mobile. That's just death for a mobile game. So yeah, that's probably why there isn't best of 3. That's probably why there isn't a side deck in this game, because they want to keep it as fast as possible. Ace Tracker says because they don't want people to spit. Yeah, exactly what I just said. And Yuta says, are we getting a live duel? I will do a live duel. I will absolutely do a live duel. Let's do one more replay. The final replay I have. So you guys get an idea of your Yosenjus. And then I hope by the time I get to my next stream, I will have a different deck for you guys to look at. I did say I was also going to build Striker as well, so I could maybe quickly do a Striker build. In this game was a tough game, I remember. My opponent uses Pot of Extravagance. I chain with Ash, negating it. Pot of Extravagance is such a bait for Ash. And speaking of which, my opponent has Cursed Elixir, and he goes against Eldritch. Eldritch is a very tough card for Yosenjus to deal with. His infinite recursion is so annoying, and it's actually this deck that makes me want to play Cosmic Cyclone. So my opponent uses Elixir Scarlet Sanguine, sets a card to the field. Eldritch the Golden Lord Staff, really annoying card to deal with. Gets his zombie monster back to his hand, then can summon it to the field. Nice animation, cannot be destroyed by card effects, and has 3500 attack. Just a really annoying reusable engine. This is when I started to feel like I'm gonna get power crept at Silver Tier. There are going to be decks in Silver Tier. I'm going to be like, I can't beat those decks because I just don't have as good cards as things like Eldritch right now. But the thing is that Eldritch, while it is a great card and all, it's been power crept to death in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! So I wouldn't necessarily run out and try and chase it myself, because this is a card or a deck that I think will struggle once people get to higher meta levels. But it's still early days, still hard to say. I'm only going off based on tournament knowledge from the real game. So my opponent has 2 Eldritch on the field. I will summon out 1 Kama, 2 Kama, 3 Kama. We bounce back the one with a stronger attack to my hand. We attack directly just to get searched off with Kama 3. And then we get another copy of Kama 1. And then I'm going to use 2 of my monsters to go into an XE summon. And we're going to XE Shogun out a Silent on Arc, and we're going to use Silent on Arc's effect to detach to and take his other Eldritch monster, and then we're going to sit behind it. Now I put down Vanity's Emptiness on the board, but I was really hoping that Eldritch has an effect where he can send any card in the field to the graveyard. I was really hoping that he uses it on Silent on Arc and not Vanity's Emptiness, and it looks like my bet or gamble paid off, because he's going to now send Silent on Arc to the graveyard, and I still have Vanity's Emptiness. And he's going to get more resources, and now he's going to try and use the effect to recover it from the grave. But I'm going to play VE, and it will still go to his hand, because he doesn't have to summon out the zombie monster that he returned from the graveyard, but he won't be able to summon it to the field. So that's helped us out a little bit, but we've only staved off the competition for a while. Next turn he can get rid of Vanity's Emptiness quite easily. My opponent banishes cards from the graveyard to get more cards out of his deck, setting them directly to the field. He gets Sanguine, which can pop cards, and I think that's Elixir, the white one. So yeah, this deck is very hard to deal with. Some of these Prosperity, I'm going to really have to dig for my deck. I managed to top into a Guan Yu, a Torrential Tribute, or a Kama 1 again. We're going to go with Loyal Guan Yu. And now our Vanity's Emptiness is going to get destroyed because the card went to our graveyard from the field. And now he's going to activate Scarlet Sanguine. And Scarlet Sanguine is going to summon out an Eldritch to the field in defense position. And now we summon out Guan Yu. He now uses the effect of another monster destroys my Guan Yu. And we're going to play Monster Reborn and bringing it back to the field. And I want to use it because Guan Yu has great attack. So we're going to use it to destroy one of his Eldritch monsters, and then we're going to summon out our Yosenju. Yosenju is going to bounce back one of his cards, and then we're going to attack into the other one and get rid of it. I probably should have bounced back the other card instead of the one that I did, because the one that I gave him back can destroy a card on the field as well. So, but I figure that any card I put on the field is going to be lost anyway, because Eldritch, the Golden Lord, can get rid of any card in the field quite easily that I put down. So my opponent sets more cards, and then he uses his spell. He's going to summon out another Eldritch Golden Lord in defense position, and then he's going to use the effect to recover another one from the graveyard. It's going to summon itself out, 3500 attack. Really annoying boss monster to deal with. I really wish I had some graveyard control. I wish I had Call by the Graves or something to put in my deck. Abyss Dweller would have been really nice here. We drop it, top into Harpy Feather Duster though. That's always nice. So we're going to activate it to destroy cards on the field. He tries to use Conquistador. And he shows that he was playing Rivalry of the Warlords as well, which doesn't really hurt my deck, to be honest, unless he plays Zombie World or something. So we get rid of his cards. Then I play Prosperity. We're going to look at my top cards. I've got another Guan Yu. Guan Yu we're going to bring to the field. I'll bring to my hand, and then we're going to summon it to the field. So that's going to come out, 2500 attack. He works really nice with Yosenju. But I made a mistake here. I messed up. I wanted to use Guan Yu's effect to destroy a card on the field, but I forgot you have to do it when your opponent has more monsters than you do. So I couldn't use the effect. But at least you can do double Kama. Kama isn't restricted to once per turn, so I could bounce both of them, and we managed to swing and do get a bunch of damage, but not quite enough. Because of prosperity, I'm only doing half damage, and I was like, please let me win. Please let me get this win. If he manages to get rid of my monster and summons 2 golden boys, that would really annoy him. He gets golden land forever. He's going to use it to get back another Eldritch. That's going to come to his hand. Then he's going to summon one from his hand to the field with 3500 attack. Boom, there it goes. Then he's going to do his own prosperity. He's going to get TT, skill drain. Skill drain kills my deck. Skill drain is really, really hard to deal with without back row removal. Ash as well is in there, but he goes for TT. That's a smart idea to do TT. He destroys my Guan Yu, and then over to my turn. So I've got to have a way to deal with Torrential Tribute. It's not going to be easy though. So, but what I'm going to do is use Isna's effect. And Isna has an effect where I can make it so that my opponent cannot activate cards when I summon my monsters. Therefore, Torrential Tribute won't be able to activate. So his card is absolutely worthless. We bounce it back to Kama 1 and woo! Yosenju's beat Eldritch. That was a tough game. That was a really, really tough game. I did that game literally just before I started streaming. Look, 17:30, and I started streaming at 7:30 here. So yeah, that was a tough game. So I will do a live duel and probably lose and get my ass blown out on the stream. But before I do that, someone wanted to see some Sky Striker. Oh, let me see this deck that I just got as well. So I got this Link Generation deck. What's in it? Did I get any good cards? Nope. No, all these are pretty bad. Link Spider's nice. I like Link Spider. I think I needed a Decode Talker. But see, like these, I would probably just dismantle. Oh, I can't dismantle them for a structure deck. Alright, so yeah, they're worthless. Roster Liger as well is in there. Not that good. Link Bound is Yeah, it's pretty bad. Son Goku says, yo, what up, Sean? I watched the Master Duel tournament last night. Tritron versus Tri Brigade. These decks seem cheap. Yes, they are. But all decks are cheap in this game. Just gotta find the one which is more cheap than the other one. Right, someone wanted Sky Striker. So, if I were to do Strikers, just going by prior knowledge, it might be a little bit different now. I haven't played them for a long time, but I can quickly show you. I have every card for Code Talkers. Most of them, I could make Code Talkers, but I don't think I have enough of everything just yet. But I can show you that too. So, Sky Striker. You want to play Sky Striker. Sky Striker's best card is Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. This card is absolutely insane. Sky Striker spells all have the effect where they get double effects based on how many spells are in your graveyard. If you do 3 or more spells in your grave, you get to get the second effect. So, if you control for Engage, you must control no monsters in your main monster zone. Add 1 striker card from your hand, so it's a searcher. And then if you have 3 or more spells in your grave, you can draw 1 card. And this was the main card. This card generates so much advantage. Now, in order to use this card multiple times, you want to be able to search it out and recover it from the graveyard again and again and again. To do that, relies on your extra deck monsters. Kagari can get you back a spell from the grave, so they can recover your Engage. Shizuku can search out a spell that's not in your graveyard during the end phase. So if you don't have Engage, you can get it to the get it from your deck to your hand, and you can have it ready for the next turn. If you use Hayate and attack your opponent directly, you can send it to the graveyard, and then you have Engage in the graveyard. Then you can use Kagari to recover it and get it out of your deck that way. And those are your main extra deck monsters. You could also use Kaina. Kaina's a good gap filler between summoning monsters, so she's also useful, but her effect isn't that great. Now, all of these are Link 1s, but To summon them, you must use a Striker Ace monster, and the only monster you're really going to use is Sky Striker Ace Ray. Sometimes people like to play Rose, like they like to play 2 Roses as well, but I don't really like Rose in this format. I think Rose is pretty bad. I think Rose in Modern Age Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not that good. I think she was designed for Link format, where people had to use the extra monster zone, but now not so much. She's good as a name, if anything else. So you need 3 copies of Ray, and Ray's so good because just her on the field alone can summon out any of your extra deck monsters. Plus she has a quick effect, which can do the same thing as well. So you can summon it by an effect in response to your opponent's activation. So you can do things like attack with Ray, do 1500 damage, activate the effect, summon out another monster from your extra deck, and then attack with that again. And then for Sky Striker, most of the other spells here are just like engine cards really, or removal cards. So you've got Hornet Drones. Hornet Drones gives you a token that's basically Ray to get something in the extra deck. Double Widow Anchor, if not you want more than that. Widow Anchor is really good. It is infinite impermanence for an archetype. You can negate the monster's face-up effects, and then if you have 3 or more spells, you can take that monster. So it's a Snatch, Steal, or Change of Heart. Really, really good card. Afterburners destroys a card on the field, and then if you have 3 or more, destroy 1 spell and trap card. So it's great removal. Jamming Waves is the reverse of it. Destroys a set card on the field, and then destroy another monster on the field. So that's also really good. I think that both of these are worth playing in this current format because there are good back row decks and there are good front row decks. So you don't want to just like be caught without the ability to choose between these two, in my opinion. As well as that, one of the best cards in the deck is Multi-Roll, which is somehow at 3 in this game, which is insane. Multi-Roll at 3. Multi-Roll basically says you can get back every card that you spent this turn back onto your field. So if you use your Engage, use the Afterburners, Jamming Waves, during the end phase, you can get back your Engage, your Afterburners, and Jamming Waves. They will be set to the field, and they will be banished the next time they leave the field, but still getting double use out of some of these cards is really good, especially that Widow Anchor. Another really good card for manipulating the graveyard is Shark Cannon. Shark Cannon can banish cards in your opponent's graveyard, but then if you have 3 or more spells, you can Monster Reborn a card from their grave, so that can be really good. Probably only play 2 of it in this format, and then I'd have to try it to be sure. I think Shark Cannon could possibly be really good in this format because Graveyard's pretty heavily used, especially in a 1v1 format. I would want to have a good balance of Graveyard control, like Eldritch for example. But it can only work against monsters, so we can't do traps and stuff. And then you've got Mech Armory, Hercules Beetle. Is it Sharko? Hercules Beetle, yeah. This card allows you to recycle your cards back from your graveyard when it has been its effect has been used well. It also gives one of your monsters double attack, but it can't do any damage to the opponent, or it can't attack directly. Hercules Base is nice. It gives a lot of longevity to grind strikers, so you can grind out your opponent. I don't know how good it is nowadays, but yeah, it's there too. And then Sky Striker's engine is very, very small, so once you've done with all these monsters, you could just throw in a ton of staples. So I would go to my R3 tab here. Hand traps like Ash, Imperm, Maxi, Vanity's Emptiness. Pot of Desires is often used in strikers because it's a spell card and it gives you more draw. Let's see, Solemn Strike could be used. I definitely put Harpy Feather Duster in there. Is this main monster zone? No, it's face-up card, so no, not Lightning Storm. But Cosmic Cyclone could be used. Call by the Grave if I had it. Forbidden Droplets maybe. Cross Out definitely. There's lots of good cards that you can put in strikers. Monster Reborn's really good. Foolish is okay. You don't really need Foolish, but there is Foolish Burial Goods, which is often used in strikers, but you don't have to. And that's a quick rough idea of what a striker deck looks like. So yeah, if you're looking to do striker yourself, the most expensive card is Engage. But if you don't have Maxi, you don't have Ash, you don't have Vanity's Emptiness, I would get those cards first before worrying about Engage. But Engage is definitely on my list of cards I want to get. So really, really rushed idea of how to do strikers. Stephen Huckstep, the legend, says, how cheap is Ballpark? I was actually considering that. And ballpark, I'll show you how cheap it is. There's no way to just empty the deck, by the way. You have to do it manually. Just features, I feel like, how did they miss those features? So tab, ballpark. Ballpark is cheap. Ballpark is cheap, but terraform, so rare, that's easy to do. Terraforming is an ultimate rare, but that's one ultimate rare. You can only do one anyway, but I would want terraforming. Goalkeeper, there is an expensive card. Goalkeeper is cheap. Mathematician. How is Mathematician? I think Mathematician's at 3 in this as well. R2? No, I changed the deck name, my bad. Mathematician. Yeah, Mathematician's an ultra rare. That's, I think it was this card, it was another card where I was looking at, like, I was like, I want to build Ballpark, but I don't want to spend ultimate rares on this just yet. There are better cards than Mathematician to use, but you definitely want that. Shiny C, where's Shiny? Oh, I changed the deck name again. Shiny. Shiny's a rare, that's cheap. Oops. What's the other one? Insect Knight. Where is probably best not to just type insect. It's way too broad. Insect K doesn't even work. Alright, Insect Kana. Insect Knight is normal, so that's cheap to do. What else is in this deck? Oh, I was using Doomdozer? No, not Doomdozer. No, Resonance Beetle. Resonance. That's cheap. I don't know if I used 3 of them. And then there was an insect that banishes stuff from the grave. I don't think it was Doomdozer. Can't remember. And then stuff like Pot. I mean, I would be chasing these cards anyway, so I think they're high priority. So I would be having like Extravagance. I'd have Prosperity in this. I'd have not Duality. Maybe Desires I'd have in that. I just feel the rest of hand trap. So this isn't too bad. Extra deck though, it's been so long. Let me quickly see Bug Beatdown. I know I've got it here somewhere. Jake says, yo Sean, when you get the chance, can you check out my replay? Was my toughest game yet. Had to get past 3 negates and 2 cards immune to destruction. Absolutely. How do I do that, Jake? How do I check out your replay? Bubble Park. Yeah, Kaijus. I was using the Neos package because I was doing Verta Anaconda. Triple Lightning Storm. I have 2 of those now. And then I could probably use Harpy's Everduster. I don't have Interrupted Kaiju. Fiend Sanctuary is really nice in this deck because Fiend Sanctuary, then Link Spider is quite easy to do. And then Instant Yugo, yeah. It's limited to 1 now, so yeah, it's less important. Don't need it though. What's this? Oh, and Sectopede, the Worm Warrior. That's the card that banishes from the graveyard. So that's what triggers Resonance Insect's effect. And yeah, Ballpark isn't too expensive. Says, what's your ID? I should be able to follow you and you can see it on my profile. I see. Okay. Is that what it means to make things public in this game? Where you say you make a replay public? Is that how you do it? UT asks, what's the most efficient way to gain UR points? Still not 100% sure on that, but I think it is as follows. First of all, here's my ID, 183-016-816, if you guys want to follow me. And then, how to get UR points. Okay, so one friend of mine who has been grinding this game, I think he's platinum now, he says the best thing to do is every time you get 1,000 points, go and buy Stalwart Force. Just focus on these because they've got good cards in it and they've got meta cards in it. And then if you really don't want the card, dismantle it. Like Aruru, dismantle. Multi-Faker, if you're going to play Outgeist, then keep it. If not, dismantle it. I got Numero Network in here, so I kept it. No, I deleted. I dismantled it for points. Yeah, and he just said he just kept on buying this, but there might be a different way. And he just said that at the moment it seems like this card has this deck has or this pack has the highest odds of getting ultimate rare cards, or cards that are useful. I really want this set. I really want to get Nightmare Unicorn. I've had to buy Nightmare Phoenix because it's so good. I really want Mech Knights would do better than Yosenju, so if I had a Mech Knight package it would be good. But where's Purple Nightfall? Purple Nightfall Super, Blue Sky. If I could just get 3 of these, 2 of those, and 1 Indigo Eclipse, that's a normal. This is actually quite cheap. I just need more super rare points. I wouldn't mind having Mech Knights at all. Yeah, Jay Kicker did the same thing. Yeah, you did it too, Jay? Yeah. But I'm holding on to my gems. In a discussion on Discord, so we were trying to discuss like how many gems should you like kind of aim to have if you know you're gonna farm a pack. So I'm imagining that a month or 2 from now, let's say Fluanderies comes out and I want to build it. How many gems do I need to have saved up in order to get there? And people were really comfortably hovering around 10,000. That's assuming that, of course, you have like the staples already. But for the for the cards of the deck, if you would like to go hard on a pack and just try and get everything by pulling, people are saying you need 10,000. And once you've burnt through like your initial burst of gems in this game, farming gems takes a long time. The pass is not that great. And then, so I'm trying to save my stuff. So what I'm probably going to do is play with Yosenjus as long as I can. And if I get to a point where I literally can't complete my gold pass, then I might like build Tri Brigade or something. I've got some decks here which I'm like semi-building and I'm keeping track of. And so if I get enough cards for them, I might like just buy the rest of the normals and rares. Let me show you. So I think this was a Tri Melfi. I need to change this. I don't want Tri Melfi. I want either Tri Zoo or just pure Tri Brigade. But yeah, so all the normal tries are easy to get. Rare, I could get all of those right now. How many Shurig do I need? Yeah, I need 3 Shurig, that's the thing. And I need Union Carrier. Shurig at 3, so I need to get 3 of the... I've got 1. I'm sure I have 1. Yeah, it's right there. I did have 1. And, yeah. So, Tri Brigade's not bad. Revolt as well. Where's Revolt? That's a normal. So, Revolt's really cheap. So, I mean, I'll probably switch to this sometime soon. Oh, and Tenki. Tenki is a super rare. Now, Tenki is interesting because Tenki did get limited, I believe, in both OCG and TCG. So, I get the feeling that we could get a ban list quite quick early on with this. So, I'm kind of hesitant to get Tenki. Otherwise, Tenki is a really good card. This card changed in return. But I've got a Salad build. What's expensive in this? I've already got access code. Heat Leo being an ultra rare is disgusting, and Sunlight Wolf being an ultra rare is disgusting. I would never ever buy these. Not for ultra rare. There's too many other good ultra rares to spend my resources on. But I would really like Salaman Great or Silent Manning. So the only way I would get was the packs, and then Lunalight. Lunalight. There was something expensive here. Souls. Yeah, this is my Lunalight build. And then all the things like Baguska. Take care, DM, man. Have a good day. Baguska and Abyss Dweller. Like the good extra deck cards. Boral Sword. That's where this becomes really expensive. I don't see Maxi getting banned. I do not see it getting banned at all. It has been legal for too long in the OCG. And the people that made this game are from the OCG. I think they would be worried about upsetting their players from the native country from playing Maxi, or basically how I'm feeling with this game is that they can't turn off competitive players. If people think that this is not going to be as competitive as the real game, then people are not going to be happy. I think Maxi is going to stay around. Maybe they'll limit it or semi-limit it, but we'll see. Anyway, let's do a game. See how I do live on stream. I'll probably get destroyed. Jez 450, Chune 450. Oh, I get to choose? Okay. I think I actually I chose first. That was a mistake. Yosenju can go first or second. Oh man, my man has spent money. He's probably going to destroy me. Okay. Yeah, going first. This hand is not too bad. This is Extravagance. Banish 6. Draw 2, hopefully. Yes, we've got the draw. And then we're going to Duality. Let's dig through our deck. TT, we don't need. Kamatu, not really need. Kamatu, we don't really need. I will get a TT. And then this is always the hard one to decide. How many I should really set nowadays. But I'm going to set Vanity's Emptiness because I want it live early. And then I'm going to set 1 TT. And I'll keep Impermanence in my hand. By the way, that blinking disconnecting thing, I've had that so much today. Right, let's end this turn and let's pass. Holding down R1 so I don't give away that I've got Vanity's Emptiness. Standby phase, main phase. Okay, let's see what our opponent is playing. Releasing R1. Machina. Interesting. So he's going to add a Machina monster from his deck to his hand. We're not going to do anything right now. Let's see what he adds. Probably Machina Fortress. Oh, this could be Trains. Could this be Trains? You know, he went for Citadel. Oh, interesting. Right, well, let's let him use Citadel's effect, or whichever effect he's going to use. You can discard one other Machina monster special summon this card from your hand. Okay, cool. So let's let him pay for it, and then we're going to respond with Vanity's Emptiness. And then we're just going to chill behind Vanity's Emptiness for as long as we can. Because if my opponent can't special summon, I think we will hold the edge in this duel. Ogre says Shadowverse is better than Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't even know what Shadowverse is. So he attacks directly, sets 1. And then he's going to have to move on. Main phase 2. And then my turn. Okay. Right, we're going to be aggressive here. Although I'm going to try not to let VE go. I want to hold VE as long as possible. But if we do lose it, that's not a problem. So we're going to start off by summoning Camo 3. Camo 1 is the most valuable Camo in my opinion. So I always try to summon it last just in case my opponent wants to pop a different one. Like Camo 2 and Camo thing on their own, Camo 3 on their own aren't that good. But Camo 1 with any one can form as removal. Now his monster is stronger. See, if I bounce it, I could go neg. Well, it is a bit of a neg. But I can't get around it otherwise. So I'm going to... This could be a mistake. But I'm going to use the effect to bounce it. I'm going to just pray that we can sit behind Vanity's Emptiness and win the game. I should definitely get a Sujik, in my opinion. Just one Sujik, just for certain scenarios to beat over monsters would be actually useful. Alright, we're going to use the effect of Camo 3, do a search. We're going to go and get Isna, because Isna will give us draw power. And then we're going to swing for 1500. Then we'll pass. Main phase 2. We've got Torrential Tribute on the board. If we lose VE, I do want 2 interactions, so I might... I'm getting 2 cards back to hand, so... I'm going to set Impermanence. I'm going to set in this column here. This might be overkill though, so hopefully he doesn't have Harpy Feather Duster or something. Okay, I'm sure he's going to normal summon, because he wants the free card. Then swing for 18. But we have 3100 plus that. That's not enough for game. If we got a bigger boy, that would have been enough for game. Okay, so he summons out Machina Soldier. Let me see what that does. While this is normal summon, while you control, you can special summon Machina. Okay, fine. Yeah. Well, he can't special summon, so no, we're not going to do anything. So that's his normal summon for the turn. Cool. Yeah, battle phase, that's fine. If I can get one more Yosenju, I think I will win in the next turn. That would be really good to get. And finish this early. Vanity's Emptiness is so busted, but Vanity's Emptiness and Yosenju, that's the classic duo. What's he got in his grave? I could go hard and actually just go for win rather than dragging this out. Well, I could play safe and then try and win next turn. I won't win this turn with this current hand, but if I get rid of Vanity's Emptiness, I could use stuff like, yeah, slightly a purple light saying, what about Reborn? I could use stuff like Reborn, and then we will try and go for game. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to play safe. Hi Queen. I'll try my best to entertain you. I don't know how much you know about Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'll try my best. I'm glad you almost finished with work though. I don't want to activate anything. Summon please, yes. We'll summon you. And then we will activate, and then we'll use Isna. Why don't we use Isna's effect? We'll draw a card, and then I'll let this card decide whether I'm going to go for game or not. So Isna effect. We do Ash. Let's bounce back his Machina. Right, I can't pop Vanity's Emptiness now without. Let me see my extra deck. Yeah, I can't summon anything from there either. Right, yeah, so we'll have to stay safe. $15, $16, and then 800. I will activate Camera 2. Camera 3, sorry, and then I'm going to go and get another copy of 1. You always want to have a copy of 1 around, just for that good bounce removal. Main 2. Right, we're going to end, fingers crossed. Hopefully he doesn't just blow my board apart. Just wondering whether I should do anything else. No, I think we're fine. End. Oh, whoops, I should have set something. Yes, I've exceeded the limit. That's... from the hand is fine. Okay, that won't trigger Vanity's Emptiness. This was a bit of a mistake. I should have set something. Right, what we're going to get rid of? We're going to get rid of... I want all of the... Well, we can get rid of... No, keep an Ash. I'll get rid of a Kama. And then I will get rid of Isna. Right, I'm choosing it, aren't I? Oh no, oh you gotta do it on this menu. Okay, fine. So Isna I'll get rid of, and I'll get rid of... Oh, you have to do it one at a time? Okay, fine. Get rid of Kama, and I'll get rid of Isna. Right, fingers crossed. Hopefully he can't do anything. The fact that cards from your hand doesn't destroy Vanity's Emptiness as well means it's really good with hand traps too. And That synergy's crazy. Right, yeah, he's going to do Gear Frame. Gear Frame's going to do a search. We are going to respond with Ash. No search for you. Negated. Oh, he's got machine redeploy. He's going to try and add 2 machines from his deck. That's fine. As long as he can't summon them, I think we're okay. No, we're not going to respond. I don't even know what that card was. Was that Peacekeeper? And there's another Citadel. My extent of knowledge with Machina lasts up to me trying to do Machina with Orcust at one point. It didn't work out very well though. Yep, okay, battle phase, that's fine. I'll take 1800. I'm pretty sure we have game. Vanity's Emptiness is so good. One of my favourite cards in the game. It's busted. But in a good way as well. Not like... oh, in a bad way too. But in a good way. I like cards like Vanity's Emptiness. Right, he sets 1 card. Another card. I'm pretty sure that's just bait. I'm pretty sure they're nothing good. Otherwise he would have used them already. Could be though. Let's draw. We've got Desires and we've got Prosperity, so we can't use both of them. If I could get some removal, I'd be a bit more confident about this, but it is what it is. So I'm going to just play Camera 1 and Camera 3. Jake says, I think that trap decks like Eldritch are OP because not many people are running spell and trap removal. That is a very, very good point. It's going to be very difficult without a side deck to have a main deck that can kind of beat every single deck, unless it's stupidly crazily strong. I've put in like back row removal just for like Eldritch matchup, but it's not the cards I would like to play against it. Okay, so let's use the effect, get rid of his card. Battle phase. Hopefully this is game. Woo! I'm so nervous about doing games while on stream. I feel like if there's a time when I'm gonna get my ass blown out, it's gonna be on stream. I do try to be as honest as I can. I'm not one of these guys who like says, oh yeah, I'm really good at the game, but really they've recorded 1,000 matches and only won 10. No, I do like to think I'm good at what I do. Alright, should we do another one? See, I wouldn't mind building another deck and trying it, but I haven't got the resources for it right now. Jake says, I'm running Harpy, Feather Duster, Twin Twister and Lightning Storm and still struggle against trap heavy decks. Yeah, because a lot of trap heavy decks have... oh, Justin. A lot of trap heavy decks have a lot of effects that activate in the graveyard. So with Eldritch, they do trap effects in the field and also on the grave, which is really annoying to deal with. So your cards are going to destroy them, but it doesn't really get rid of them. So you want things like Cosmic Cyclone, because Cosmic Cyclone can banish them. Oh yes, Jake, you want me to look at your replay? I forgot. Remind me. Am I first? I am first. By the way, if you don't know how to tell whether it's your turn or not, can you see the blue light? That means it's your move. Right, we're going to Extravagance and see what my opponent has. Take care, Perp. Have a good one. Good luck on your grinding, and I hope you get some really good games in. By the way, if anybody who's watching the stream wants to play against me, I would love to play against a viewer. Right, my opening hand is but we got Torrential Tribute, which is always good to get. And my opponent doesn't know what I'm running, so I will keep TT on the field and keep this as a hand trap, and we will pass. What do you have, Justin? Oh, come on, Jay. Let's play. Jay's probably going to destroy me. Oh, Axe Dragon Knight. I wasn't expecting that. That's not a great card, in my opinion. And he's doing Stamping Destruction? Wow. Really? Okay. Kinda wish I used my torrential now. But I'll take the 2000 damage. Skinny Lee says, my X-Sabers will show you a thing or two. Will it show me that X-Sabers are good? I don't think X-Sabers have been relevant since 2000s. Jay, don't. Oh, I guess, yeah, you know what I'm playing, so. Try Brigade or Autogeist. Let's do Autogeist. Let's do some Autogeist. I haven't played an Autogeist deck yet. Or both. You can do both. Beat me with both of them. Okay. Right, we're going to do some shenanigans now. Let's do some draw power. Right, we're going to do Camera 1 into Camera 3. That's foiled. I do like the foil effect. It does look nice. One thing I noticed that I hate with this game, though, is that it treats foiled cards as a different card to your normal version of the card. So I've got like 5 Camera 3s, but I can't instantly dismantle them. I have to do it manually because 2 of them are foiled and 3 of them are normal. And there's quite a few cards like that. I don't want that, really. Camo says, how is FTP life for you? James are too grindy in my opinion. Yes and yes. Yes. I've been free to play. And as I said at the start of this stream, you have to be incredibly frugal with your gems in this game. You need to plan ahead. You need to know what you're going to buy. You need to invest wisely. I think a lot of people have gone out and tried to build any deck they can with what they can. And then they played it, realized that it's not as good as they think it is. They want to switch deck and they don't have the resources for it. I will again tell you what my advice is for that. Because I know not everybody was here when I started the stream. Let me do a draw. By the way, everyone, there is a survey on the main menu that you can get free gems for completing. Please do the survey, give them good feedback. There are things that I would like them to improve in the game, and hopefully enough people are saying the same thing. We're going to do enough damage here for, is that 32? No, that's 42. That's 5,000 damage altogether, isn't it? Camera 3 will do a search. Let's go and get a Camera 2. Katakuri said, I could never get good enough to challenge you. I'm garbage at deck building and I'm playing. Katakuri, you have been watching my stuff for years. How dare you say you are garbage at deck building? That means I'm garbage at deck building by proxy. I want to play you. If not, I want to teach you. But yes, free to play life. Very, very grindy. I will tell you my strategy again after this game. That was 5,500? Did I add that up wrong? 3,100. Oh, I did add it up wrong. 4,100 plus 100, 4,200, 4,700 plus 8, 5,500. Got it. Alright, the only thing I'm missing from this deck is a XE monster that I could use during my opponent's turn, or a Link monster I could use during my opponent's turn. If I could like just burn these and set a board up with negates or something, that would be cool. But I can't, so we'll just do what we can. Set TT, I'll keep this as a hand trap, and we will pass. My opponent's playing dragons, isn't it? So, yeah. Oh, is this 6 cards? Oh, crap, I did it again. I should have set infinite impermanence. Oh, let's get rid of Camera 2 then. Got to be careful with that with Yosenju. Zeus them. I know, I need Zeus. I really need Zeus. Ultra rare. It's high on my list though to get Zeus. We'll let him have that. It's not too scary. Okay, 2 back row. I need to see more of what this deck is about, because I'm wondering, how did my man get to silver with Stamping Destruction and Axe Dragonaut? And it's a beat stick, I guess. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, Skinny. Everybody learns at their own pace, mate. I'm sure I can find a way to help you learn. Okay, those 2 back rows are a bit scary. I wish I do have Nightmare Phoenix, but I don't really want to use Nightmare Phoenix. Let's summon some monsters and see if my opponent responds. Hammer 1. No response, okay. But what I would hate is to like run into Mirror Force. Oh, ooh, Dust Tornado, okay. Sure. So now the question is what's the other card? No, we're not using Dust Tornado, Torrential Tribute. He can have that. That's a good trade in my opinion. Okay, let's go and summon out Camera 3. Hopefully I will now do Nightmare Phoenix. Do I still have it? Yes, I do. So I need to keep a card to discard. So let's do Camera 1. Or I'm going to get a draw with Isna anyway, so I will put all my monsters on the board, and then I could do... I've got a link too. I've got a link. I could do a lot actually with this hand. Camera 3, Camera 1 effect again, and then we're going to do Isna. Cool. Let me think. See, I could do Code Talker plus Nightmare Phoenix and then go into Access Code, but that's going in really, really hard. Or I could just do Nightmare Phoenix. Let's just see what the draw is. Vanity's Emptiness, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to go off. I'm going to go in. So even if I waste my resources here or I lose them, I've got a lot of resources in my hand. Let's get rid of his monster. We've got the free thing, and let's just go into Nightmare Phoenix. There were too many games where I really wanted Nightmare Phoenix. Okay, that card selected, and this card. I had to buy it straight away. So Nightmare Phoenix is there. And then we're going to get rid of an Infinite Impermanence. Let's pop that face down card. See if our opponent responds. He doesn't. Okay, we've got games. Okay, Jay, if you create a room and stuff, I'm going to go to the bathroom, guys. Let me put on a replay for you. You guys can enjoy that in the time being. Use the restroom. And we'll come back and we'll play against Jay Kicker. For those who... I haven't said this on stream before, but Jay Kicker, or maybe I said it once in the past. Jay Kicker is a duelist who used to be, let's say, in our shop team. He was really good at the game, great at Orcust. Just, yeah, overall a really good player. I'm going to save that replay there. Oh, and Jake wants to... Oh, yes. Jake wants to... needs to show his replay as well. But I do want to pay attention to your replay, Head G. So I will put on a random replay for now. Use the bathroom. And then come back. I'll watch your replay. And then I will duel Jay Kicker. Watch live. Oops, that was the wrong menu. I didn't realize I accidentally did that. See, this value here is so bad. 3,000 gems. That's 10 packs. You're not going to get a lot out of that. And that's £24. £24. It's not worth it, man. I kind of want to spend money on a game. And I don't mind spending money on a free-to-play game because I treat it like a tip jar. Like, hey, thank you for your service. Here's some money. Please keep doing what you're doing. but the value proposition of what they're doing here is so low. Like for me, it would have to be at 10,000 gems for like £20. It's just not worth it. We could do a Discord call, Jay. I would have to set it up so it goes through my OBS, but that could be done as well, mate. Let me go to the bathroom. I am busting, so I will be right back. Doo-doo. Sorry about making you all wait, guys, there. I live with a terrorist, and when her food bowl is not full up, she will hold me ransom. She does not care about video games, does not care about live streams. Food must be in the bowl, or nothing else gets done. Right, so we were going to look at Hedgie's replay. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, okay, sure. Before I get there, I want to look at comments. There was a comment I wanted to reply to before. Right, so Camos A asked, how is free-to-play life treating you? So it took me a while to really get my head around how to approach living, using this game and playing free-to-play. But I think I'm very confident with it now. Talking to people who've grinded to platinum and stuff, and have played it longer than me, I think I've got a good grasp on what the average person's approach to it should be. I'm just getting a message from YouTube that my bitrate's a bit low. Sure, I guess I'll have to work that out later on. Just making sure all the settings are fine. Give me 1 second all. Okay. Yeah, it looks alright. Okay, so this is what I recommend people do. This is what I recommend people do. First of all, rule number one, no matter how you play Yu-Gi-Oh, is play for fun. Play what makes you want to keep on playing. If you want to build a particular deck and you really want that Dark Magician deck, go get Dark Magician. That's what's going to make you want to keep on playing the game. That's more important than anything else. Absolutely. But if you are someone like me and you don't want to spend money, I think you have to be very frugal with how you manage your gems and resources in this game, and not be too quick to go and buy packs and stuff. This is what I would recommend to everyone to do. I would recommend everybody to go into deck building mode and make a list of what you really want to buy. Now, I don't mean by what deck you really want to buy, but what individual cards you really want to buy. I did a stream 2 days ago about what the best cards are in this game and why you should be looking at them, why you should be thinking about getting them. So feel free to go and watch that. And then what I did is I put all those staples into my bookmark, and so I'm keeping track of when I get them all. So a high priority set for me were Pot of the Extravagance, Prosperity, Duality, and Desires. I really wanted those, so my super rares are on them. The philosophy behind all of this is that by having staple cards rather than building decks, you're getting cards that can be used in multiple decks rather than cards that are deck specific. For example, if you were to build Eldritch and you had the Golden Lord boy, you could only use that zombie monster in Eldritch decks or Eldritch variant decks. If you went to then build Salamangreat, that wouldn't work. But a card like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring or Infinite Impermanence is good for every deck you build. And so investing in those first will have a lot more longevity for you, because you're going to be using these cards again and again and again. So that is what I predict, what I should say you should do. So in my, I have a deck called Staples 1. I might do a Staples 2 as well for extra deck, because you can only do 14 cards. So I might do like XD's version, a Fusion version as well, just because there's only so many cards we can put here. But the most important cards are going in my bookmark. So Monster Reborn is a card that I put in almost every single deck. Ashley is a card that I put in almost every single deck, so they're going to go there. Terraforming, if I've got a fusion spell, you're going to play Terraforming. It is what it is. So these are the cards I'm working towards first. So spend your important resources on these first. Once you have done that, then for the time being, you want to find a deck that's really cheap to build, that isn't very that's very cost effective. For me, Yosenju is that deck. Yosenjus are mostly rares and normals, and they work well with all of those cards that you're saving up to buy, and so they are fine. But other cards, if you're looking for other decks that are kind of cheap, what you can do is do a filter. Let's go to Effect Monster, and then press L1 plus triangle on PlayStation to sort it by rarity in ascending order, and then just have a look. Are there groups of cards that come together? I'm just going to see if I can see a good example of a really cheap deck. Let's see. But Tri-Brigade. Tri-Brigade is really cheap. Most of the cards are cheap, just like Shuig and whatnot is ultra rare. And Tenki's are super rare. Gadgets. Gadgets is a nice example. Let me show gadgets. And I think Ancient Warriors could also be, or some of their cards. So these are gadgets. They're really simple cards. When you normal summon one, you can add one other gadget from your deck to your hand. So you can do green. Green will get you red when you normal summon it. Red will get you yellow. Yellow will get you green, and they just loop back and forth. So you can play 3 of each, and then you keep on replenishing your hand. And then the idea behind gadgets is that you keep on blowing up your opponent with cards like Lightning Storm, Torrential Tribute, and so on. And then you keep on filling your hand with more monsters. And these are normals. They're cheap, they're free. If you want to go a little bit harder, you can go Silver Gadget and Gold Gadget. They are nice, they give you a bit of special summons. But other than that, these guys are really, really cheap to do. So that's my approach for free-to-play players so far. We'll see how far we get. Don't expect to get Platinum, obviously, but you know, it's enough to start the game with. Let's see what other comments we got here. I just comment said I messed up on the packs. I spent gems on opening packs to get secret packs when it, oh yeah, we said that already. At Skinny Lee says not really, playing just means you can get the cards you want faster. If you complete all of Solo though, you should have enough gems to build pretty much any deck. Yeah, Solo is really good, kind of good actually. It's only 200 gems. Yeah. I would love more likes. We'll love more likes. We'll love more subs. I am almost. Can I just look at my channel for a second? I have 4.71k subs. I would love to hit 5k subs. I really, really would. That would be amazing. So if you guys haven't subscribed, it'd be really appreciated if you did. Jake says just focus on one deck to begin with, then you can expand on the cards. Yeah. Category said any tips on how to decide what deck to build. So exactly what I just said. Focus on staples and then go there. But in terms of, if I had to pick a deck, let's say I wanted to go super hardcore and I really wanted a good deck right now. The problem is there are really good decks in the game right now. There are Tri-Brigade, Virtual World, Salamangreat, Sky Striker, just as examples. Dragon Link. They're all really, really good decks. But in Yu-Gi-Oh, every year or two, a set will come out that will change the landscape of the game. This set came out in November or late October, and it was called Burst of Destiny. And that is not in the game just yet. And you are going to get 2 new archetypes in that set, which are going to be very, very good and very competitive in this game. And the ban list that came with that morphed the game enough so that those decks would be really, really good. I can see Konami doing that here. I can see them deliberately not putting those cards in the game so that in the next couple of months when we get our big major event or tournament, people will start to have access to those secret packs or maybe some kind of solo campaign for it or something. So in my opinion, if I was to choose a deck, I will look at what's competitive, what's going to give you the most value for your money, and what's going to last the longest amount of time. But right now, because there are so many new decks coming out soon, I would maybe hold off and wait till things settle a bit. What I would hate to do right now is spend a bunch of money on a deck, climb to the top of the rank, and then not have any resources to get the next deck that's going to be tier 1 or whatever once a ban list hits. Just looking at more things. Okay, so we're talking about types of players as well. Are you aggressive? Are you a control player? That will probably have to be a whole stream in itself as to what type of player you are. But just off the top of my head, if you're a balanced player that likes to be able to do a little bit of everything, I think Salamangreat is a good pick for that. I would have said Orcus, but they really hurt Orcus with this ban list. Sky Striker is very advanced, but it's a mid-range deck too. If you like combo, I think you're gonna like things like Dragon Link's kind of a mid-range. It's a let's just call it a combo deck. We're talking about for beginners right now. It's a very combo style deck. And if you're looking for control, Altergeist is a really good control deck. Subterrors can be good. Let me see how expensive Subterrors are. If Guru is cheap and the field spell is cheap, I could build Subterror. Of course it's ultra rare. It's the best card in the deck, of course it is. Yeah, I was almost getting excited there. Yeah. Yeah, but I would have to... I think what I would do between now and the next stream that I do is I'm going to build a bunch of deck templates or recipes, and people can just have a look at them and then come back to the video and pause it. So I'll get that done between now and my next thing. Skinny Lee says, do you prefer virtual dueling over in-person duels? Both. Both are good. Both are good. But what I mean both are good, I don't mean that they replace each other. I mean do both of them. If you ever have the opportunity to play Yu-Gi-Oh! IRL, you will meet some, well, depends on your area, but when I did it, I made some really good friends. I really enjoyed it. It's just the social aspect about it is really good. You get it helps you to understand the game a lot more because you are controlling the rules yourself. So the game's not doing it for you, and you learn things about people's body language, and you get to make friends over local distances. So we would go to regional tournaments almost every single other weekend, and when we would travel the country, you see other people, they'd be like, hey, how you doing, man? How you doing? Quick short story here. I remember we met a guy, and what year was this? 2018, and everybody on my team or from our store was trying to get to Euros, and we were getting to the point where it was part of the year where it's like last chance qualifiers. Like if you didn't top a regional now, you weren't going to Euros, and so we were all trying to get our friends to do it. And I was in a tournament, and I was in the final round, and it was we were on the 17th table, and there was this guy who wasn't like one of our close friends, but we had seen around, and he said, hey man, listen, you've beaten me, you have beaten me, but I really want to go to Euros. I want to go to Holland. And he was like, I was like, do you mind if I get the win? And I said to him, you know what, man, I've got my win. I'm already qualified. You take it. He topped. We went to Holland. We had fun. I was like, yo, how you doing? Hey! And yeah, it's just a different type of experience. You know what I mean? But there's value in the digital version too. You can play it at your own pace. You're not spending money. You can stop at any time and come back. I think there's value in both. Absolutely. Andre Ribeiro says, hi Sean, good evening from Brazil. Good evening to you, sir. What time is it going to be over in Brazil right now? It should be earlier than I am. So yeah, about early afternoon. Good evening, sir. Well, hello to Brazil. Skinny Lee says, you have plenty of options as an offensive player. I'm more passive and look for opportunities to simply go for the kill. Katakuri says, one deck I really enjoy is Six Samurai. Let me see Six Samurai. Six Sam. Jay, I am aware. I do know you're there, man. I haven't forgotten. Six Samurai. Where's? Oh, unfiltered. Take off the filter. Okay. Where's the extra deck monsters? Yeah. Okay. I would be very. See, I don't know much about Six Sams, but I don't think you can play it without Shien. And you need these cards, especially you need Battle Shogun, definitely Battle Shogun, and they're ultra rares. And you need Smoke Signal. I mean, it's up to you. Like I said, if that's what gets you to the game, go for it. But I don't think I would invest in this. I think you would enjoy the ride, and you'll get to a point where you're getting comfortable with it. But then you're gonna get to a point where you're like, I can't win with this anymore. I'm gonna need a new deck. So I wouldn't do Six Sam in my opinion. But go if you want to, absolutely. In person is definitely fun as you get to interact with your opponent, absolutely. But virtual is so much easier, and you don't have to pay hundreds of pounds for a decent deck, absolutely. You just have to spend hundreds of hours grinding it. Jake's has been sub since Legacy of the Duelist days. Keep the content coming. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it, man. Andres says he's trying to grind a Salaman Great deck. It's been fun. I want Salaman Greats. I really, really want Salaman Greats. I love Salaman Greats. Camel says, I did choke and waste my gems day one. You didn't waste your gems, man. You were just playing the game. Don't feel like you wasted your gems, honestly. Like, I would say the same thing, but that's, you're learning, you know. You're just dipping your toes in. Skinny Lee says, in person was lit, I can't lie, LMFAO. I used to go to local tourneys and Comic-Con in Inga, what, GA? Is that Georgia? Met people and had a little clan, but clan got toxic and started hunting folks' binders. Oh my god. That's when I quit playing. Yeah, I wouldn't, I have no time for people like that. I know, apparently there are communities around out there where people are super toxic, there are. I ain't got time for people like that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, tournaments. Traveling to tournaments is really fun. Like in the UK, we have London Comic Con. What we used to at the Excel Centre, and it would be YCS London on one side of the arena, and on the other side will be Comic Con. So we would go to YCS. We'll get destroyed, and then we go have some fun with the cosplayers. And then those who were still in the tournament would be like, yo, you still playing? You still playing? Okay, cool. I'm going to go check out the gaming booth. And it was always a good time. And yeah, playing in person. Queen says, so explain a ban list. Why make the cards only to ban them? Do they not adjust them instead? So the ban list in this game is how they balance the game. Often... Konami's prerogative is that you keep on buying new cards. Now, if you have a strategy which is so powerful that you can stay with that one deck and it remains at the top of all time, one, it makes the game boring and stale because people will end up playing the same decks again and again and again, and two, it discourages people from buying new stuff. So the ban list is their way of balancing the game to encourage people to try new things. It's part of the game, some people get very upset at ban lists and changes because it kills their deck, and I can imagine definitely if you spent hundreds of pounds on a deck for it only to be considered now worthless, that is rough for you, but it's a factored part of the game and it's the way they balance it. But Konami's not always good at balancing and using the ban list. Sometimes they do stuff which is crazy. Katakuri says, what about the Anju deck you just used? You mean Yosenju? Yosenju, you would like Yosenju. Yosenju is really easy. But remember that my approach for Yosenju is that I'm using something really cheap because I want to focus on getting these other staples. So if you're going to do the same, definitely do Yosenju. I don't think it's a top tier deck. But the fact that you can do Yosenju plus Vanity's Emptiness nowadays just was too much for me to resist. And then Jake says, I'll read this last comment, then I'll do these replays. I really think this game will get so many people back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! IRL. I don't. Duel Links was good for the scene, but I never played due to the rule set. No, I think this is Konami's way of having an alternative to IRL dueling. Yu-Gi-Oh! IRL is struggling right now. Yu-Gi-Oh! IRL, because of COVID-19, is really rough. Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, although those games have their problem. Pokemon, those card games have had simulators owned by the companies for years. So when everyone had to go to lockdown and in-person tournaments were cancelled, they had their own platform. Konami didn't. They didn't pay enough attention to Link Evolution before the lockdown, and they didn't do enough it wasn't going to fit the purpose of playing competitively. The alternative to do that was to get a webcam, get your deck, put your webcam at your deck, and play via camera over Discord using remote duels. But for me, I didn't like remote duels personally. I felt like I don't know, I just didn't click with it or resonate with it. Konami bringing out this game is their way of saying we have a digital platform that is competitive, that people can play as an alternative to playing in person. Recently, a bunch of YCSs, which is Yu-Gi-Oh Championships, have been cancelled around the world, even though we've tried to get back into them due to COVID. There is one in February, which I was invited to go to, but I can't afford it. YCS Utrecht. I kind of wish I could go there. And right now, I'm kind of glad that I didn't buy a ticket for it, because it might get to the final week before it, and then people will be like, yeah, it's been cancelled. There's an outbreak. We can't go. You know what I mean? Or Holland gets on the ban list, or on the red list, or whatever it is. So yeah, I don't think Konami is trying to get people to play the real game of this. I think Konami is trying to say, if you want to play competitively, this is your option, as opposed to IRL. There's been so many issues with COVID and Konami. COVID disrupted supplies for a long time. In 2020, Europe was okay-ish with getting cards, but America, they were delayed like 2-3 months from getting their cards. It had a massive impact on the game, COVID, unfortunately. It had a massive impact on the world, but on the game, it was really, really rough. Jay says prank kids are cheap. Let's have a look at prank kids. Prank. Is it got a hyphen? Yeah. Prank kids are really cheap. I might buy prank kids. These are all normal. That's easy. Where's the field spells? Super rare. And then you need Battle in Butler and you need Rip Roar, so they're ultra. But, I mean, that's not a bad choice. They're difficult, though. If you're someone that's coming to the game and you don't know how to link summon, this is a deck that does link summoning and fusion summoning. So, it might not be the most beginner-friendly deck. But the cost is nice. It's not too many ultra rares. Okay, so I was going to watch someone's replay, Edgy's replay. Finally getting around to it. Let's have a look at level 7. No, not here, wrong place. I think we go to friend list, it was. And then, let's see, follower. And then, Hedgy, that's it, Hedgy. Profile. First time I've seen a replay, by the way, so. Oh, that's a cool car. Where'd you get that from? Cool. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, cool. Alright, let's see this. I'm gonna do some commentary over this. This is so much easier, by the way, having this replay feature. As someone that creates content, this is gonna be really helpful for me, by the way. Just an automatic save system. You guys have no idea the hoops I had to jump through to get gameplay footage sometimes. It would take hours. Okay, so Hedgy is playing a mix of Jack Knights, but also looks like he's Infernobles. So Rise going first, he does a Synchro summon? No, he does a Link Summon. Summons that 2 monsters, go into Cherubini, E-Bomb, Angel of the Abyss. This requires 2 level 3s, and it will allow him to send a level 3 monster to the graveyard. He sends Burning Abyss, Sir, and he summoned that Ancient Cloak. So we are seeing Burning Abyss Phantom Knights right now, and now he's got Levier the Sea Dragon. Now, Levier the Sea Dragon is an Xyz monster where it detaches a card and summons 1 from the banished pile back to the field, and that gives him another monster to the field. And now Graph is going to summon to the field. He's now going to, is this Xyz? Yes, Xyz into another Levier. So I'm not familiar with the animations just yet. And now we're going to do double Levier into what? A Utopic Future. Okay, cool. Utopic Future first turn is a bit weird, but okay, no problem. Oh, we're going even further than that. Oh, Utopic Draco Future. I need to read that card. That's a card I'm not too familiar with. Wow. Okay, can I highlight over it? Is there a pause? Oh, there is a pause button. Okay, pause. Right, let me read Utopic F-Zero. Summon condition. You can also do this. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, negate. Wow. And then if the monster's on the field, take it. Wow. Wow. That's pretty strong. That's a good first turn negate. I like it. Wow. Okay. Right, so Hedgy draws into Joker's. Sorry, I get names mixed up. Draws into Joker's Wild. he gets countered by Max Z. So every time he special summons this turn, he will give his opponent a draw. So he summons out Joker's Knight. Again, I'm not really Queen. Okay, it becomes Queen's Knight. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the Joker Jack Knight stuff, but I'll do my best. E-Telly as well. E-Telly's a card I need to get. He did E-Telly. Looks like into a virtual world monster. Looks like we're playing rank 3 spam basically. And then he summons out 2 more. Heji summons out 2 more Knights. And King's Knight's going to activate. That's going to special summon another monster. And then he's going to negate it and steal his monster. And then he's going to summon out Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. And he's going to take the 2 monsters, make another rank 3. And he's going into Breaksword. Ouch. Whose turn is it anyway? I swear it was Heji's turn. Did I just miss a turn change? I must have. Okay, cool. This game is really, really fast. Okay, so he's now going to get all 3 monsters, and this is going to go into Heroic Champion Rongo Myriad. Okay, that's a card I haven't seen in a long time. Jake is saying he had to bait out his negates. I see. Oh. Back. So 2,000, 3,000 damage, 3,000 damage. I'm going to be honest with you folks. I don't think this is looking very good for Heji. We'll see what happens next. So he's been able to recycle his Joker's Knight, and then Joker Straight is doing something. Recycling monsters back into the deck to add it to the hand, I see. Cool. And Joker's Wild. Wow. Okay, so this deck has a lot of recycling. And now on his, that was during the opponent's turn as well. So now during his turn, he has 7 cards in his hand. Let's see how he uses it. So we activate Joker Straight. It looked like he summoned a Queen's Knight from the hand and discarded the card. And now he's got King's Knight out. King's Knight is going to try a special summon, but the opponent is going to try and negate it and take his monster. That's unfortunate. Now he's going to activate Joker's Knight effect, send a monster to the graveyard, special summons it to the field, and then we use Raigeki, but unfortunately not all the monsters can be destroyed. Only 3 of them were destroyed. So what is Heji going to do? He's going to go out for Arcana Extra Joker. Let's have a read of what that card does. 3 warrior monsters with different names. Once per turn, when a spell, trap card, or a monster effect is activated that targets this face-up card on the field, or a monster this card points to, you can discard a monster of a card of the same type to negate the activation. So it's Mechaba. Okay, cool. When this link summon monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 4 warrior normal monster from your deck. And if you do, add 1 level 4 warrior monster from your deck to your hand. This is almost like the perfect counter to Utopic Draco, except for the fact that he has less attack than Draco, so Rai could just attack over it. But we do have Joker's Wild set. Let's leave it as a surprise. I don't know what it does. End phase, Joker's Knight is going to shuffle back in King, and he's going to add it back to the hand. That is a really good recursion card. Joker's Straight is going to come back as well, shuffle back in Queen. Wow. Wow. Just get the cards back. Wow. Joker's Wild as well, and there's not one that he did. Okay, that was interesting. I'm learning. Heroic Champion attached to material. This card, Rongi Minia, used to be so busted. I think they used to use it in Goki, where they used to basically make it invincible. Really powerful card. He attacks into Arcana Knight. That will trigger the effect of Arcana Extra Joker, but then he's going to try and negate it with Draco Future, so Draco Future will get the negate. That will negate the card, and his field is wide open. Is this going to be the end? No. Our boy is going to activate Joker's Wild. During the main or battle phase, send 1 spell from your deck to the graveyard that specifically lists all Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight. This effect becomes that spell's effect when that card is activated. During the end phase, recycling effect. So what card will he send to the graveyard to copy its effect? TLDR. He sends Joker Straight. Let's see what Joker Straight does. Joker Straight says discard 1 card, so he discarded his Joker. Special summon 1 Queen's Knight from your deck. Add 1 King's Knight or Jack's Knight from your deck to your hand, and then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 monster. So Heji is going to put some monsters in the field. He brings Kings. Kings will activate. He then summons out another monster. He summons out Jack. And then his life points is safe. He's down to 400. I'm sure Rai was feeling really confident at this point. Joker's Knight comes back in the end phase. Arcana extra Knight Joker is going to get returned with Joker straight. He's got a foil one as well, that looks nice. Okay, we've got 2 cards on the board. We do have a handful of cards. We use Joker straight again, discard 1 card, summon 1 from the deck. Add 1 to the hand. Normal summon King's Knight. King's Knight activates. King's Knight will then summon out Jack's Knight. And then we're going to use 2 of the cards to go into an XE summon. He summons that Utopic Double! Ooh, okay. Detach, get double or nothing. A Utopic Double has 0 attack, but when you use its effect, you get the card double or nothing, and then we can summon out. It says pause, but I'm not paused. Okay, fine. Number 39 Utopia has 5,000 attack. And he summons out Constellar Pallades with the other 2 level 4s. Constellar Pallades is going to detach and return 1 card in the field. He's then going to attack with his monster, negate the attack with Utopia's effect. So he's stopping his own attack. But then once he's negating his own attack, he can use double or nothing. And then double or nothing is going to give him an extra attack. But it is also going to increase his attack to 10,000. And that is going to be the game. Wow, Hedgie, that was an amazing comeback, man. Great work. Great work. Great work. That was really, really well done. Good job. Guys, that was really fun. Send me more replays. Send me more replays. I like that. That was really, really good. Let's see. Giant Robot asks, are Zodiacs good? I don't know. See, so much got banned from Zodiacs. But Tri Brigade Zodiac is still alive. I guess it just makes Zeus. Just Zeus Turbo, really. Zeus is really good. Right, I have been putting it up for a while. Jay, thank you for being so patient. I don't know how to join a room, so bear with me while I work out how to do that. So, Duel. Free Duel? Is there a search button? Or is this how you make it? Right. No, disband. Yes. Well, I'm gonna need some help out here, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know how to find a game or how that works. Maybe I have to click on Jay's name. So let me go to friend list. He says ID 437. Yes, but how do I find the room? Follower. By the way, I should follow you all back. How do I follow people? Profile. Okay, follow. Okay, that's easy enough. I will do that off camera because it's a bit slow. Right, profile. Block. No, I'm joking. Follow. Right, that didn't take me to a room though. Here we go. Friend duel. Okay, so they have to be your friend. Pin. Oh, pin. No, oh, okay, pin. Okay, and now friend duel. Room comment. Trying out, okay, sure. No. I don't know. Alright, so read in the comments. Go to duel room. Oh, here we go. I've been invited to a room. Okay, cool. Duel? Maybe back to friend list. I'd seal the invite. Okay, cool. And then there's a red thing. Friend duel. I think this is it. Right, so there's buttons here. Entry. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Room details. Entry. Oh, I did select a deck. Okay. Let's give a deck. Let's go for Yosenju. It's my only deck right now, so we'll play that. Here we go. Begin duel. Good luck. No stream sniping, please. I'm joking, I'll still win. There we go. Oh, silver 1. I'm not that far behind. Right, I'm gonna go first. I like how Sangi just floats away. He looks so bad. By the way, does anybody know what card these girls are from? These ones over here? That'd be really cool. They are familiar somehow, but I don't recognize it. Right, gonna start with Pot of Duality. Hi Pin Squid, thank you for watching. Oh, connection's a bit rough. What's up with the internet in Liverpool, man? Okay, cool. Pot of Duality. This is a tough choice. It's between these two cards. Let's dig through our deck. Let's get some resources. Oh, woo! I won. No, I'm joking. Jay's saying in the comments that he got booted. All right, let's try again. Okay, going first. Okay, this hand is like almost exactly the same as my last hand. Let's do desires. Waiting for Jay to respond. Hopefully we don't get disconnected again. Oh no, it's me. Is it me? Wow, not sure what's happening here, guys. I think we might be having connection issues, I'm afraid. That was the longest Ash Blossom I've ever seen. Okay, cool. Alright, at least we're still okay. Right, well that kind of sucks. Getting hit by Ash there. I'm going to set one, I'm going to end. Multi-faker, a marionette is activating. I'm going to set a card. Let me check what's on the field. Anything in the grave, Ash is in the grave. Marionette is going to get search. He can have Mary now. Poltergeist got some new cards that I wasn't familiar with. Right, I've taken 16. I really need another Yosenju monster. Okay. Oh man, he sets 4. Okay. This is what Autogeist do. So Autogeist are very slow control deck, but once they snowball, man, they're going to be very hard to deal with. I'm going to need some really, really good cards. Alright, we've got Pot of Duality. Hopefully he doesn't have another Ash. Alright, he uses Protocol. Well, we knew he had that. Okay. Pot of Desires. I don't know how to, Skinny. I don't know how to do that. I had to take my turn. Okay, well, we need something. We can use Prosperity. Extravagance will be next turn. Let's do Desires. It doesn't let me rotate on this, on OBS. Okay. Desires, we have to play Desires and hopefully get something good. Come on, Harpies with a Duster. Did we banish it? We didn't get anything good. Right, what did we get rid of? I've lost a Lightning Storm. Oh my god, I've used 2? Oh, my deck's almost empty. Okay. Let's see. Let's summon out Guan Yu. Oh, I can't special summon. This isn't going well. I'll tell you now, this isn't going very well. I'm gonna just pass. Duality? Yeah, Duality is fine. Oh no, I should have stopped Duality actually. Marionette. Do I use it now or do I use, I'll use it now. He's probably gonna get the revival trap and just get one of them back, but at least it won't be this turn. Like 2 of those, if he waited to Hexia, that would have been really bad for me actually, so yeah, I think doing 2 extra tribute now was the right idea. I don't think I'm going to win this, by the way. Just so you guys know. Come on, top deck. Rubbish. Okay. Let's do Duality and please give me some back row removal. Please. Okay, manifestation, sure. That's fine. nothing. Nothing at all. We're in nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Yeah, this is not good for me. Let's see if we can bait out and negate. Oh, I can't special summon. Never mind. Alright, let's do Camelot 3. Oh, he can negate that. Sure. Right, well, that's my turn done. Camel says, I do hate versus control deck. I just surrender and side deck all the back room. Yeah, that's what I would do too. It's like, oh, okay, you play, okay, yeah, sure. I'll just bring in 7 board wipes and then just counter you. You can't do that here, obviously. I don't think he needs to stream snipe me. I think Autogeist is gonna outpace me quite easily. Once Autogeist gets going, they're really tough to deal with. Right. You know what, just keep doing duality. We have cards! We got cards, guys! We got cards! Don't tell him what I drew. Oh, he knows. He can see it. Right, watch me use this and watch him have like Imperial Order or Solemn Judgment and... yeah. Just wait. This isn't gonna work. Which one is it? I'm gonna guess it's this card. Oh my god, it worked! What did he have? Oh, let's go. He had Dogmatic Punishment? Jesus. Come on, Yosenju boys. Ah, you're gonna imperm me, you bastard. Just let me win. Fine, I'll do 1800 damage. I'm not gonna get a search, but at least I'll have 18. Main 2. Set 1. Right, if I can win in like 2 turns, that would be good. Otherwise, Autogeist with cards is always bad. I'll use the manifestation effect, banishing it to add 1 card back from his graveyard, I believe. Oh, my camera stayed on the field because it's negated. Of course it did. That could be bad. Right, so that's probably protocol. Nice. No, we're good. Draw. Camera 3 again. Do I have any camera 1s left? I've banished a lot of cards. There's 1. There's 2. I've got no Inzus left. I think I've got 1 camera 1 left. By the way, I like the way the list is displayed here. I really think that's really good. It's so easy to check your pile. That's fine. Oh, I can't get him back to the hand, can I? Well, I have something in the extra deck. I could do Phoenix. Let's do some damage, and then we'll see what that face down card is. Oh. What's he doing? Manifestation. Yes, we will respond. VE. I knew it, he had it. I knew it. So that will still negate manifestation though, won't it? Because it won't. So Konkiri has a negate. It can summon itself to the field and negate the attack. So my attack won't go through. And then he can target 1 card on the field and negate its effect. But that will happen after the chain resolves. So he's probably going to negate Vanity's Emptiness. No, he negated my camera. Okay. Is there something I can link into? That's really good. Not really right now, no. Right, I need to think. If I leave my cards on the board, I've got Vanity's Emptiness. He can't special summon, but I can't get past that card. And I can't special summon either. So actually, there's nothing else I can do. So yeah, I'll just pass. Okay, banishes manifestation again. Two Yosenjus on the board and both of them negated. Actually, no, you're not negated anymore. I can attack directly with camera 2. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, face down card, probably protocol, I'm gonna assume. And the face down monster, I'm gonna assume that, I don't know what that could be. Any monster normally, like, I would have summoned it. If that's Meliseek, I would summon attack directly. If it's multi-faker, I wouldn't have used it. I'm not sure what that is. Well, should I keep VE up or should I do something else? I'm gonna keep VE up for as long as I can because it will probably hurt him more than me. Probably. Right, battle phase. Yep, we're gonna attack directly. Let's see what happens. Cool, that went through. Right, we should get a cert with camera 3. This one, no, this one. Yes, we got our 1, that's fine. Let's get that back. So we've got a bit of removal. And then let's see what we can do. I think it's only slow just for this. I think the animation speed is really good. When you watch a replay, you will see how fast it goes. I'm being slow because I'm taking slow as well. And plus, I think this is also the internet connection. But the animations themselves are really, really fast. I think they've done a good job with that. Let's see. Main 2. I'll end. I don't think I am going to pull this off. I think with auto guys, if they can stall you out and get resources, they will come back. They will find a way. And I've only got 4 cards left. I don't think I'm going to win at all. I've got 4 cards left in my deck. Nah. He can literally just stall me out. I have to do something. Well, I'm definitely not using that card. Oh, I have to use a card. I'll have to use something just to get Vanity's Emptiness off the field. Let's... that will half my damage. Alright, let's do Extravagance. It's dangerous. 4-2. Is Harpy Feather Duster gone? The Harpy Feather Duster is gone. 1 Lightning Storm. Ah, he's gonna ash me. You know it's fine. I don't really need the draw. 1 Lightning Storm. Is that both Lightning Storms? I think it's just 1. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so VE should be destroyed by now. And now we can actually use our extra deck. What do we have left? I have... I just had an idea. It's tricky. That face down card's a protocol, and that can negate any monster effect. I'm gonna have to bait it out first. Right, let's do camera 1. and activate. See if he negates it. Okay, he didn't. Let's do summon at camera 3. Fine. Right, I'm going to use camera 1 effect. We need to get an Autogeist card off the field. The face down one should be fine, so let's see if we can bounce Kunkiri back. Will he let me do it? Or is he going to negate it? He let me do it. So if that is protocol, he should not be able to use it until he gets Kunkiri back on the field. So what we're going to do now is we are going to special summon. And I'm just going to double check I can do this. Yes, yes, should work. Should work. Okay, let's have a look. First of all, we're going to get rid of camera 3. And then we're going to get rid of camera 2. We're going to make a link 2, and we're going to summon out Code Talker. Code Talker will increase any monster's attack by 500 that it points to. Now we're going to do another summon, and we're going to do Nightmare. Whoa! Let me just double check something. Making sure I'm doing this right. I think Nightmare Phoenix is safe. Yes. Okay, we'll do Nightmare Phoenix. And you and you. Okay, that can go there. Okay, we're going to use Phoenix effects to get rid of the face down card. We will get rid of, I'll keep Ash. I don't want, how many cards are left in my deck? Prosperity, yeah. No, I'm not using Prosperity, we'll get rid of that. I will destroy the face down. No, we're not doing anything else. Yep, got rid of protocol. I am going to draw a card because I want this to be the final turn. Alright, he's got one face down. So that's only 1900 damage. So what we're going to do here is... yes, this should work. Right, I'm going to use Transcode Talker with this card. Yes, 2 materials. And Nightmare Phoenix as 1 material. Transcode Talker is a link 3, and Transcode Talker has a special ability. The special ability will allow me to, as soon as I'm allowed to press the button, am I missing something? Oh, I messed it up. Oh, what a shame. Okay, I messed up. So I wanted to revive back the Code Talker, but I summoned a monster that wasn't a Cyburst monster, so I can't use that effect. Damn. Alright, hopefully maybe next turn I'll be able to do it. I've got, what, 1 card in my deck left? 2? Alright, let's destroy this face down, see what it is, and hopefully next turn we can try and win. It was Ash? Yeah, I thought it was only Ash. It was the only card I could imagine you would set. Alright, main 2, we're going to set TT, and we're going to pass. So alright, it's all going to come down to this last card. If Jay gets a really good card, what could he get? Meliseek would be really good. He sets 1 card. Hopefully that's not an Autogeist card, but otherwise, no. This should be game. This should be it. We'll see. Okay, we got Imperm. That might be an Imperm, actually. Right, let's see what happens. Right, we'll do Code Talker effect. Transcode Talker effect, that is. Target Code Talker. Can we revive it? Looks like it's going through. Code Talker will co-link to Transcode. That's 28, 23. That's 5,000. 5,000. That's 5,000 exactly? No, 5,100. Not enough for game. So we're gonna special summon one more time. No, not that. But we're gonna go into Access Code Talker. And this. Access Code Talker has several effects, and he cannot. And my opponent cannot respond to the card's activations. Oh my god! Oh no! Jay. Fine, fine. You live one more turn. Damn. I didn't expect Judgment. He top deck Judgment. Wow. I will say, oh no 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 cards for you, sir. No, 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 no. Smell her feet. No. I still can't win next turn. And I've got one card left. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. No, not like this. Oh, no. What's my last card? Fuck. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. That's a shame. I had that game. Why did I get greedy? Oh well. I lost. GG, Jay, you got it, mate. I can't believe I decked out. Ah, man. Good game, good game, good game. Not happy about that. Not happy about that at all. Why did I get greedy? I should have just left, did 5,100. He was waiting for it as well. Okay. Good game, man. Good game. GG. That was fun. That was really, really fun. Okay. To a degree, Queen. To a degree. He knows. I know his deck as well. I used to play Autogeist, so as soon as you say it's Autogeist, I know what to expect. Queen, are you home yet? Yeah, let's do one more. I'm sure Tri Brigade will kick my ass, but we'll see. Alright, we'll do one more game, and then I think you did. Alright, Jay, send me a message, and I think we'll do one more game, and then I think that'll be it for now, guys. We'll see. Just as a friendly reminder, guys, thank you for tuning to the stream. 22 viewers, that's amazing. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. My plan is to do guides, and I'm going to be doing profiles and everything. I do want to do gameplays and stuff like that, so I'm still trying to work out how best to get more cards available to me, because I want to build decks and I want to test them. I want to try different things, but the monetary value is very, very strict with this game, so I might end up spending some money, but we'll see. I don't want to just do competitive decks either. I want to do fun decks, but we'll see. I wouldn't mind doing like Gem Knight. I think Gem Knight FTK you can do here. Karakuri is insane. Wouldn't mind doing Klee as well. Don't see the invitation, Joe. We go to friend list, maybe it's popped up there. Yes, it has. So I'll click on you. How did I do this before? Friend Duel? You were unable to join the room because I'm already in a room. Sure. I'm in a room right now? Okay, cool. So I need to leave the room. Can't just... Okay, I'm leaving. And then we go to the invite. Do let me know what kind of content you guys want to see. Do you guys want particular deck profiles? Do you want strategies? I'm pretty sure deck profiles is what people are going to want, because that's normally what I would do on Link Evolution. Because unlike this game, I won't be able to, I've got to still work out how I'm going to do this, because I can't just farm and then build my deck and then test it. I used to do farm my deck, build it, research it, test it 10 times, put out a video, move on to the next one. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it in this game. Without spending crazy amounts of money. Alright, good luck. Oh, why is the stream black? Oh, so it's fine, it's fine. Yo, boss man, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Hi, Sean. I did say hi to you earlier. I'm joining J Kicker at the moment. Odd Eyes. Okay, standby phase. Okay, Jay's starting off with his eyes, banishing 10, and then to draw 2, we're going to respond with Ash. Same, man. Blessed to be where I am, blessed to be alive. I'm glad you're doing well. Okay, Lyralist. Alright, I'll be honest with you, I need to catch up on these cards. If this card is special summon, you can add one level 1 winged beast monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. A winged Xyz winged beast monster using this card on the field gains this effect. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. The monster's disappeared. I'm going to assume it's going into Link Karibo. No, this is going to Almirage. Cinnamon Great Almirage. Okay. Lyralist, if this card is in your hand, you can target one Lyralist monster in your graveyard. Special summon both this card and that monster. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Xyz monsters. You can only use this effect on Barrel Canary once per turn. A win Xyz monster using this card on the field as a material says this card gains 200 attack and also its control cannot switch. So, looks like he's going to bring back his 2 level 1s. Okay, I think I know what we're going to do here. So, we're going to get 2 level 1s on the field. Opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Right, okay. So he's going to make an Xyz with these 2, because he can't link summon anymore. No, never mind. Okay, he's using the effect of, I didn't get what that was. I was highlighting something else. Two level 1 monsters. If this Xyz comes summoned, you can target one face-up monster on the field. It gains 300 attack for each material attached to this card. Once per turn, you can attach one material from this card, add one level 1 winged monster from your deck to your hand. All battle damage you take from battles involving this Xyz card is also inflicted to your opponent, so it is an extender. So this monster is untargetable, gains 200 attack, and cannot switch control. Okay, good to know. Okay, there goes Naval. One thing I like more about Legacy is that it does put the tooltip of any card added immediately on the screen, so I can keep a read on it. So he's revealing, if you control a winged beast monster, you can special summon this card both and one winged beast monster. So he's summoning that in Naval. He's got 2 level 1s on the board, so he can't link summon with them though. He can make another link 1. Okay, I think I know what he's going to try and do. I think we're going to see Utopic F-Zero again. You can add, if this card is set to the graveyard, you can add one Tribal Grave monster from your deck to your hand, except Naval. Okay, Recital Starling, we'll get another search. Oh, Influence, that's an interesting menu name. Okay, how do I select these cards? Influence, and then I don't know how to. I want to read what the cards do underneath. I guess I can't. Is this not once per turn? No, so he can do this again. He's going to get another search. Okay, so he detached Naval. If this card is sent to the graveyard, so that would trigger, wouldn't it? And then Naval will activate. Okay, and that is what his name? Fractal, I think. Yep, so we're going to do number F0. Yep, Utopic Future. And then Utopic Future will go into Utopic Future Draco. And then that will be his negate. I'm afraid guys, I have to go off of this. I would love to duel you, mate. I will be back on tomorrow, definitely. I am going to make a schedule for streaming, by the way, everyone. Once I figure out how I can make content for this game, I'm going to commit to a regular schedule. If it means that I can't make new decks all the time, I might just stream online ranked. And so that every day just come on, do a bit of online ranked, and then I can play against people. But if I'm making deck profiles and stuff, I've got to farm resources, test builds, I will figure it out, but I will definitely have something on tomorrow. Probably earlier than this because I work on Mondays, but we'll see. Right, so what is this card's negation? It's a monster effect. Fine. Right, let's see what happens if I do this. Lightning Storm, destroy all attack position monsters, please. Almirage, oh, there's Almirage, oh, it's going to protect it, isn't it? So one time I've ever seen Almirage actually be used. Okay, so that didn't work. Dig through our deck a bit. Prosperity is nice. I haven't drawn this turn. I could do Prosperity or I could do Desires. Let's do Desires. Okay. Remove. TT, damn. Is this a once per turn? Once per turn, okay. We're gonna have to bait it. Okay, Tenki. This might be bad though. One Tenki into yeah, Fractal. This is gonna hurt. Okay, so this is going to do a link summon from the graveyard. Or not. Oh no, there's no Val's second effect. Okay, summons that fractal. I think I'm dead. Good game, Jay, and a very, very good demonstration of what Tribal Game Realness can do. This is one of the best decks in the games right now, and it is a very, very good deck to invest into. They will continue to be very strong, and they're very good at manipulating grave. It's like the new Orcust, in a way, but they're wing beasts now. Good game, man. Well done. Right, so guys, we're gonna stop. I'm gonna have to stop there, I'm afraid. I'm gonna have to head off. But thank you as always to everybody and all everyone that tuned into the stream. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the support over the years. I've really, really appreciated it. It's what's encouraged me to carry on doing this. Like I said, I will spend some time researching between now and tomorrow's stream. I will probably be streaming a bit earlier than I did today. And I know I do it kind of randomly, but I will get some kind of semblance of a schedule sometime soon. But I will maybe use YouTube messages to send out a message. There's a notification system, so please hit that bell so you guys can see when I do send out messages, and that way you will know when a stream is coming up. And I think tomorrow I'll put up a new schedule list, and everyone can see what days I'm going to be streaming on. But thank you guys as always for any support that I receive on the channel. I really do greatly appreciate it. And good luck on your duels. Save me replays. I want to do more replay commentary. I love that. That was really, really fun. Yeah, if you want to challenge me, open invite. I would love to play people and see how things go. So yeah, thank you guys very, very much. I hope you all have a blessed evening. Take care.